What up, fam? Dress rehearsal talk, draft simulator. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get hurt again.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored. They did it.
Left.
What the hell was that? Oh, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
And here we go. Tis the season to get hurt again. Welcome in, everybody. This is A2D Wednesday nights, only on A2D Radio. This is really a family dinner, is what we have tonight. A family sit down. A family sit down, and we're going to do a little dress rehearsal for you to get you ready for tomorrow night. So a little draft simulator. Would a simulator arouse us more than Howie Roseman? That'll be our poll question. No, that's just kidding. Welcome in, everybody. Again, we are brought to you by the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. We know many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We are happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call 856-651-8117. Listen, I mean, I really got to say everybody's name. Tom, Ryan, Andy, Frank, Ralph, Greg, Pete, Tori, Chuck, Jimmy. Nate's coming. Noah's coming. There's probably more coming to sit down and eat with us. We got a big-time show in store for you tonight. And we're not going to talk Phils. We're not going to talk Sixers tonight, even though they're playing. It's all draft. And it ties into our poll question brought to you by bodycheckwellness.com. You can use promo code A2D, get yourself 20% off at checkout. That's bodycheckwellness.com, promo code A2D, 20% off at checkout. Our poll question, here we go again. The 2021 NFL Draft will cause more frustration and misery for the Philadelphia Eagles. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. That's where you can find us live. Everywhere you get your podcast, we're there as well. Please like. Cost you nothing. Please subscribe. Cost you nothing. Turn your alerts on. Cost you nothing. Do all them things for us, and we'll do a lot for you, which is spit the goddamn truth tonight. And I absolutely agree. Absolutely. It's not even a question. They've heard us for the last 4 years in the draft. Let's be real. Let's be real. They maybe had one or two good picks in the first and second round since 2017. Maybe 2016, if you want to count Carson. Yeah, what have they done? It's been frustration. It's been misery. It's been scratch your head. It's been scratch your head. And when you're constantly scratching heads in the first round of the NFL draft, guess what happens, everybody? You end up winning 4 damn games. That's what happens. So I would love to be Mr. Positivity and tell you, you know what? It's a different year. They're gonna right their wrongs. I can't trust Jeffrey Lurie anymore. There's too much. So I will agree. Family out there, let us know. Chime in, comment in. Remember, draft simulator coming up as soon as we get through the poll question. And the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. And our commish, Mr. Ritz, will handle all the picks tonight. All right. I mean, the wrestling guy jumped on. He's a one-trick pony, but can give you a half other trick. And that's what he's doing tonight. He's bringing the second trick. It's like a half a trick, but he's bringing it tonight. I love
Was that a backwards insult?
No, it was a backwards compliment, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. You have the ability to stretch yourself to another half a trick. We'll see how you answer the poll question. And then we'll go from there. So whatever way we want to circle the board, circle it, and let's go.
I'll go next. I'll start it off. I agree to the poll because they're definitely not going to take the player I want because it's, a need that position that we need, and we haven't put stock in it in about 25 years. So I'm going to go ahead and agree, and I'm ready for heartbreak come tomorrow night. Oh, $20. Make doubles. Nice.
Thank you, Keys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jimmy. Circle it down there. Go ahead.
All right.
I think they're going to fall in love with either a Kwity Paye or a Jalen Phillips. And if that were to occur, I think we're going to try and trade back. It's just the misery. We were waiting for it to happen. They already got rid of my boy Wentz. I don't understand how any of us can feel encouraged about this draft after what Tom just even said in the beginning of the hour. Like, nothing has gone right for us. So I think we're either going to get Kwity Paye, like 215 just said, or we're going to trade back and get Jalen Phillips. So, Payne, I agree to the poll.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here. I will not listen. So, for those who don't watch,
we just skip a couple people?
But sometimes things tend to be said out of my mouth that may be considered expletives. So, I will say this. Listen to this poll.
Sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Okay.
I agree to the poll because, listen, they have not done anything to warrant a disagree on this board at all. If any of you disagree, we have to have a talk. You know what I mean? They haven't done anything in the last 5 years to say that they're not going to cause me frustration. You let me know which pick in last year's draft that didn't cause you frustration or didn't make you do this. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on tomorrow at some point in 24 hours, and it probably will be tears and high blood pressure. So I will keep baby chewable aspirin near me somewhere to give me calm down, or maybe even take a little gummy worm that you can't buy traditionally over the counter. It may have some stuff in it. You know what I mean? So just to calm down. But thank you, Donovan. It is draft day tomorrow. I don't know about Praise Hands. We have to see what they do at number 12 if they stay there. So we had to draft him tonight, but happy to be here. I agree to the poll because they have not shown me anything else other than failure, heartache, disgrace. So it's only one way from here, and that's up, unless you can go down further, but I can't. So that's all.
I feel like it could definitely get a lot worse. I see all the comments saying it can't get any worse.
I love the positivity.
It could definitely get a lot worse. We'll trade up and get a quarterback. That's how it gets worse. But go ahead.
I don't know if it's me, if it's Chuck's.
Yeah,
I mean, we skipped like two people down the bottom.
There's like some skipping going on.
I didn't know we were going in an order, so I guess we'll go in order.
He said circle the board.
Right.
Yeah, circle the board.
But Pete went, so I was like,
listen, I can't even draw a circle if I try to trace a dime.
You are a circle.
I can't.
There's Andy's half a trick.
Bye, Tori.
No, his half a trick is an eating contest. That's what his half.
All right. So I guess
her internet hasn't gone out. Sorry, her internet hasn't gone out. Pre-show.
Right. All pre-show she was fine, but until like 20 seconds ago, there she goes.
All right. So since it's me, ever since the McLean article and the article from The Athletic, talking about how Howie and Lori do not freaking follow the board. They don't listen to their scouting department and follow how the scouting department sets up their board. I have no confidence that they'll be able to change their ways and follow the board that the scouting department, Andy Weidel and staff set out for them. If you follow the board, it'll be fine. But until they show that they can do so, no confidence. I disagree, or I agree to the poll. Sorry. I agree to the poll that it will cause more pain and anguish for the Eagles and the rest of us tomorrow night. So Donovan, again, thank you for the donation. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. Greg.
I disagree to the poll. I think Howie is going to follow exactly what we want him to do. And
what'd you put in that cup earlier?
I just wanted to say
a sarcastic statement.
Yes, it was. I mean, everybody's hit it on the head so far. There's no shot that this is going any way but a disaster tomorrow.
Frank,
Reds,
Randy, yeah.
I mean, for my own personal amusement, I think they're going to cause more misery and frustration. It just makes things fun around here. I enjoy sitting back and watching y'all. That's where my fun comes into play at.
Yep. Kiss my
I'm sure Houston's doing real good right now, huh, Andy? That football.
Remember, wrestling guy. Don't give a damn.
Oh, I know where you I know where you live. I know where you're.
Yeah,
at.
right by the golf course.
All right, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
There's his trick.
I'll be there.
To me, listen. Right now, we talked about it on Monday. This is one of my favorite weekends of the year for some reason because, again, all we do is get disappointed. But it's like it's the Christmas Eve. It's the little kid on Christmas type thing. So I'm in the excitement mode right now, curiosity mode. But right around 8:15 tomorrow, the excitement stops. And it turns to just flat out fear and more fear. So I don't see any way where this doesn't end in disappointment because I'll tell you why. Sure, maybe they'll go up and make the right move. Say they'll go up and get the guys we want. Tom, you and I have said it so many times. If they actually go and do what we want them to do, my first thought, and I think a lot of our thoughts are not excitement, not, oh, great, we did it. It's, oh, my God, Howie Roseman likes this guy too. What the hell is wrong with him? Because there's got to be something wrong with him. Either that or you're really good at rock, paper, scissors for them to want to pick you. So if they go out and get somebody that we want, I'll be happy at first, and then I'll say, well, damn, maybe we were wrong too. So I'm looking forward to Andy's point, the pandemonium, the crazy reactions like we always have, but it's not going to end well because it never does this time of the year.
Nope. Hasn't in a while.
Mm-mm.
Frank?
What's happening with him?
Didn't work, Frank.
Don't F it up.
I was going to say, you have a computer talking for you tonight?
Yes.
Oh God.
So with this,
Oh, you are talking. Okay.
I feel like this is going to be a very long night for Eagles fans. You make one of the biggest trades, a very baffling trade to say the least. We all wanted that top 10 pick after we lost to Washington to go to 12, where you have a higher chance of losing out on the guys that you want real bad. Rick, because I was dropped on my head twice as a baby. That's why. So I agree to the poll. You got to hit this pick. You got to hit the next pick. And the pick after that. If none of these picks pan out, bye-bye. At 12, you still have a lot of hope for the guys that you want are there, like a Micah Parsons, a DeVonta Smith. Kyle Pitts might be there at 12. Patrick Surtain. If all those guys are gone and, and you go for this big reach like a Kwity Paye, yeah, this is going to be one of those times where fans at the link will be like, bye-bye, Howie, your time is up. Sell the team. Complain about it on that one radio station the owner listens to every single day. So with that, I agree to the poll. I hope they don't F it up. So,
well, it's to what you said. It's not even the general manager anymore. It's like he's irrelevant. He's not going anywhere. So we've done this for years. Fire Howie. This isn't new. This has been going on. Right, he redeemed himself in 2017. It was like, oh my God, Howie hero, right? And then it went quickly away again because we were young for Reuben Foster. Now that's a mess, all right. But talent-wise, he was, better probably than Derek Barnett was. But there was other guys in that draft that went after Barnett. So it's constant reaches, it's constant overthinking, and hopefully the simulator doesn't overthink for him tonight because they have. It's terrible. Like we did simulators last year, remember? And we were all happier with the picks in the simulator than we were with the real picks.
Yep.
And then you had a 6th round pick or 5th round pick in who's the linebacker from Temple?
Sean Bradley.
Yeah, Sean Bradley playing over a guy you drafted in the 3rd round, Davion Taylor. How's that work? How does that happen? That shouldn't happen. Shouldn't happen. So
you had to bring him up, didn't you? You had to bring him
so,
up.
Like,
hopefully you can play. We'll find out this year, or maybe they'll bring him along slowly again. So without further ado,
He's still working on a project.
Oh, you're giving me my intro? Without further ado, go ahead.
yeah, it's the first time I've ever been on. There's been two brothers on here. I just want to let you know this.
No.
What's you gonna bring that up?
hold on. He just lied to the people.
Wait, hold on. Back
You
up.
should do a show with one, bro.
You throw me under the bus.
Greg,
Yeah,
that was
you need a black man.
pre-COVID.
You need a black man now. No, you're doubting.
Hey, what's up, black man? How you doing?
See, they not here right now. They don't know what it is.
Joker say, man, what's up, baby? How you?
Can we put them like next to each other or like opposite them?
Hold on.
Now we getting too much, y'all. Now we getting,
That's it.
we're getting too much. Okay.
You know what I mean?
What's
Put it
going
back there,
Now,
Rose. We
now
don't-
we gotta get another
A2D,
agent.
what's going A2D family? What's up, y'all?
What's going on, man?
What up, Nate?
I'm living the dream, baby.
Well, as Andy puts the Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock before we all know who they're taking, so I don't think anybody has to say that. So all the Jaguars are on the clock. Nate, answer the poll right down there. You're the last one to go.
2001 NFL will cause more frustration and misery for Philadelphia Eagles. All right, let me ask you guys this: who agreed with that?
No one.
Agreed?
Everyone
agreed.
Everyone agreed.
Everybody agreed. So you know me, Tom. I disagree. I think Howie's going to actually come through and make the right pick. You want to know why? Because he's not going to have. There's
Pete,
so
you gotta
much
talk to your brother.
corner. We're going to have a receiver, and I doubt. I know the rumors about the D lineman. He's not taking the D lineman. I don't think he's going to take the D lineman. I understand. And even if he did, right? Are we mad that we get another Brandon Graham? We would be mad. That we got
It took 15 years for us to get the good Brandon Graham.
I would be infuriated.
Hey, but you got a starter for the next 10 as a pass rusher.
It's not just that; it's about
Was
who
he?
you're skipping over too, though.
He was absolutely he was. I mean, he has some bad reps, right? Remember, he had 3 defensive coordinators, I think, in the first 5 years. He got hurt. He was out of position. He played outside linebacker, but did he show up?
That's cute.
In one season so far.
I mean, this is cute. This is cute because now we're going to talk about Brandon Graham, like how he was even a part of that pick, and that wasn't Dad who picked that pick. I ain't no. There's nothing that you can come with. Listen, I love the disagreement. There's no way to disagree tonight. There's nothing they've done to prove to anybody. It's the one night where it can be kumbaya hatred. It should be kumbaya hatred. This isn't the night to go on the other side. The evil enemy. Like, come on. You can't go on their side tonight.
Hey, Tom, we're fading to black, brother. We're fading to black tonight, man.
Yo,
I'm disagreeing.
Nate, the way that when you read the question, you went.
He read it with misery.
You went like somebody you were sitting on the couch, like with Dr. Phil or something. Like they asked you about an experience and to relate how you felt. That's the type of emotions that we get. And then I'll pose to you this. So Ryan had a very good point. So let's say he does pick the player that we want. Say for some reason J.C. Horn goes to Dallas.
Who's the player we want first? Let me get that out there. Well,
it's a combination. I think it's like a 4-for-4 for us. You know what I mean? It's Horn, Surtain, Waddle, Smith. Any one of those 4, depending on how the board shakes out, I think most of us would be somewhat happy.
Oh, I think there's more than that, Pete. There's more than that.
Mm-hmm.
There's more than that.
I'm not a fan of drafting a D-line at 12. I mean, I have more confidence in recent picks. They were able to develop Josh Sweat. So if they try to take somebody in the 3rd or 4th round that is a D lineman, I feel they can probably get more out of that player. I've always told you this. At 12, you pick the players in the 1st round that you really are not good at evaluating. That's why at 6, we were like, you can't mess this up. There's no way you can mess this up at 6. Now at 12, you're in that French territory where Howie could try to get cute. But Andy will appreciate this. This is like Vince McMahon coming out with 25 bad pay-per-views and then finally getting one pay-per-view that hits it out of the park. There's only one way but up. I know fans are saying it can get worse. But listen, for me personally, I've been on this Howie Island, you know this, since 2017. I was like, listen, I'm over here by myself. It's me and Wilson, the volleyball bitch. Like, hey, Howie, I'm not a believer. Now my island's overcrowded. Now I need to put up a fucking wall because everybody want to jump aboard now. Listen, I've been on here by myself on this island. I did not believe in Howie. But with that being said, I still gotta agree. I can't disagree to the poll because he ain't doing it. Like I don't know how you can agree, Nate. I'm sorry, my bad player. And we went from love to me questioning.
You're right. So move me from the brother, segregate us, right, and move me back up, Tom. Because you know what I mean, we're supposed to be together, man. You know what I mean? Supposed to be brother. Come on now. You know what I mean? Even if I was wrong, you're supposed to back me, man. You know what? Honestly, I mean, I disagree just because it's so easy to agree, right? So why not argue the other side? So like you said, there's so many players there that he can that is kind of, I don't want to say sure things, but you have a corner, you got the receiver. Obviously the D lineman is sketchy, but it's still, a need, right? You talked about Josh Sweat. I'm not a believer in Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat hasn't shown me that he can be a starter, and he's been around for.
Okay, all right. That's fine.
Wrong?
No, he's not a starter because of the knee, but when he's on the field, he produces on the field, but he's a part-time player. I agree with that.
Exactly. It's exactly my point. He's a part-time player. Play. He's a part-time player. Yeah, exactly the point. So I don't agree that what did we develop? He's still a part-time player after 4 years?
So either they didn't develop him like in your standpoint, or it furthers the argument that they can't draft for shit because he's the one that's giving you production.
Hold on. Are we talking about Josh Sweat right now? Like, is this what this turned into? Like, all these goddamn picks we've made, and Josh Sweat's the name that we're talking about. And no disrespect to Josh.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's how bottom of the barrel it is.
This is what we're talking about.
I know.
Part-time player.
He's no Pro Bowler, and we get it. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, we're talking about Josh, like if the argument is we haven't developed Josh Sweat, that's a lie. We've developed Josh Sweat because he was raw coming out. That's why he was a 4th-round pick, and plus the injuries. But he's not a starter because of the knee, not because of play. He's gotten better since he was drafted. He's on the field now, he produces and he gets pressure. He's a lot better now. But the reason why he's not a starter is because of the knees. That's the reason, not play. So we've developed him. But that's it. The fact that we've developed a part-time player whose knees can bust, could give way any year now. Right, that's a shame. That's the best. That's the best we've got is a Josh Sweat who will never be a starter. That's bad. That's really bad.
I don't believe you. You need more people.
That's what I was saying. I can't believe his name's even getting brought up because I
don't believe you. You need more people, bro.
So you're going to go back. You're going to go back in the top 15. You're going to draft another end. You just drafted an end in 2017. So you're telling me you missed on that end too that you actually brought back. You can't continue to do this. You got to just go. There's going to be so much. The only way you can disagree to this poll is that you pray, and which is going to happen. There's going to be like 5 to 7 guys that you still like there at 12,
Absolutely.
Right? And you got to hope that they just take one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So the chances of them messing up still at 12, I still think it's.
That's why I disagree. That's why I disagree because there's going to be a lot of people there.
Be there. They can't get out of their own way though. That's why they're going to mess it up. They have not been able to get out of their own way since after the Super Bowl. Since after the Super Bowl, they've just gotten in their own way. Yeah. They've overthought picks. They've reached on picks, and this just isn't in the first round. This is just all throughout the draft in misses. Too many, and you can't expect 4th, 5th, 6th round guys to be like franchise staples. Like that's not how that works.
Yeah. Well, no. And it's because they don't follow their board. I said it. Like it's. I believe in our scouting department, Andy Weidel. I believe in the board they set because if you look at our day 3 picks, they're usually pretty good because Howie and Laurie don't get mixed up into. They say, okay, we'll follow the board on day 3, and that's why we get solid players from day 3. But they dabble into we want to get cute on days 1 and 2, rounds 1 to 3. They want to get cute, and that's where the whole thing with the article saying that they don't follow the boards, and the scouting department is getting mad because all the work that they put in throughout the summer, the spring, the fall to make this board, to evaluate these players, and then Laurie and Howie want to get cute and not follow it when the time like the Hurts pick. Everyone knows now. Everyone in the team on the scouting department was shocked. They didn't know that was coming. No one did because Laurie wanted fucking Jalen Hurts because he wanted to back up QB. I agree with Tom. You get cute, you read because you think you're the smartest person in the friggin' building. It's dumb. It's really dumb. That's why I don't have faith in in Laurie and Howie. I have faith in our scouting department, but not Laurie and Howie.
Shout out
that
to
right,
John Custonio for shouting me out, man. Sorry, I wanted to put I saw you put the super chat, man. He's a good follower for the Money Pot on Friday. So shout him out. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah, Johnny, we appreciate the donation, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate you, bro. He been rocking with me. I think he wants some money with me. Sorry about that UFC, man. That was so brutal. So brutal on the UFC card this weekend. But it is what it is. You can go back to Scooby-Doo. Blunts will be burning. I like that.
Well, gonna be, especially after another mess. So, Andy, get us into the Jaguars so we can get to 12. And
hopefully it's not Josh Sweat.
Continue this conversation.
All right, here we go.
I think everybody knows who's going.
Come on, Justin Fields.
Yeah. If they fuck this up, we're restarting it.
All right.
Trevor
Okay,
Lawrence,
we're good.
Clemson.
We're good. Okay. So we
All right.
get into 2, even though we all know what we think's happening there, right? But we can still have a conversation about it. Obviously, I think everybody believes it's Zach Wilson, right? It's nobody else. Unless if somebody disagrees with that, say it. And if nobody does, then we'll just get on the 3 where the fun starts.
It's Zach Wilson, 100%.
I've got nothing.
Yeah.
Everybody's good there.
All right,
Now,
here we go.
Does the simulator shove one up her ass? We'll find out in a second.
Ryan's cousin.
Mac Jones.
Zach Wilson, quarterback BYU.
All right.
Thank you,
Damn.
Commiss.
All right.
Damn, you didn't fall to 12.
All right, so this is where the fun begins. All right, and it begins with the San Francisco 49ers who traded up to get up there, obviously, to get their quarterback, right? And there's 2 guys there that are talked about, right? And that's one, Trey Lance, and Mac Jones. Neither do I believe are top 10 players in this draft. I think they go Justin Fields, and they screw with everybody because the Jets screwed with them. They made the trade before the Jets traded Darnold, and the Jets put Darnold in their media guide as like he was going to be their guy this year. The Jets played a little Joe Douglas did a little trick, play a little trick on him, right? Hide the quarterback. That's what he did. Hide the quarterback, and then boom, they make the trade. Darnold gone. Now they're taking Wilson. I really believe that the Niners thought that they were going to be able to get Wilson there because the Jets were going to actually hold on to Darnold. I actually believe that they maybe thought that, and that was part of their reasoning. I cannot believe with a straight face that they're going up to 3 for Trey Lance or Mac Jones. I think both are mistakes at that pick, and not that I don't think Justin Fields is either. But we know the 2 best quarterbacks in this draft are, and then the rest right now. Can other guys get better? Sure, right? But they're not top 10 players. They're not top 10. They can get better, maybe franchise guys, absolutely, but they're not top 10. And I think they go Justin Fields. So we'll circle the board. Everybody say who they think they go here, and then we'll have the commish announce the pick.
Frank.
Give me Mac Jones.
This bitch got a whiteboard. God.
Are you really surprised?
Frank is fucking great. Stop hating on Frank. Frank is fucking great.
Are you guys surprised?
I'm just mad I can't come up with this shit.
He's going to start changing clothes in a second. I'm surprised he didn't change shirts.
See, this is where I was originally going to go with the Mac Jones pick. So what I was going to do is I was going to do the Mac Jones dad bod cigar and the Bama hat.
I apologize in advance.
Oh, wow.
I apologize in advance.
You're lucky. You're lucky. Y'all didn't see it happen.
Like I can't
No,
you.
I'm handling.
Hey,
I'm handling this.
Frank, I was
Shut up,
rocking
Frank.
with you, bro, until you said all that, bro.
As I said, you're glad. Everybody's glad that didn't happen.
That would have been great.
Thought you
Thank
were
you,
going
Bobby.
to delete
Thank you.
Corso headgear.
That would have been great, Frank. You should have fucking did it.
Ralphie?
It's going to be Mac Jones, quarterback from Alabama, here at number 3. I mean, it's their guy. I think to be honest, I think it's a lock. He's at number 3. I think it's a lock.
Oh, sure as hell should be Trey Lance, for sure. Absolutely not. So it's Mac Jones.
Trey Lance, you said, right?
Yeah, it should not be Trey Lance. They're not. They're in win now mode. They're not winning 5 years now mode, or 3 or whatever it takes. Right? They're in win now mode, and win now mode will be Mac Jones or Justin Fields in my opinion. So that Mac Jones it is for Ralphie D. Pete.
When they first made the trade, I was heavy on Mac Jones. And you make a trade like that because you feel as if you're close. And they kind of had it down here because they got bit by a lot of injuries. And one of the best things about Mac Jones, and maybe the best things, he just makes decisions so quick. But is the trade that you made worth it? In the last 36 hours, I've started to come around to the idea that I think they may go Justin Fields tomorrow night because the blend of accuracy, arm strength, and then the decision making in that system kind of is like it's already built in. It's built-in protection for the Shanahan system, So I'm gonna go with Justin Fields. I'm probably wrong, but I'm with you. I'm with you on that, Tom. Where I feel like they can. It's that swerve.
And then we're all like, "Oh my God! Now what goes?" You know what I mean? Like, who's going to get up for Mac Jones? Is the Patriots come flying in? Does somebody else come flying in for Lance? Like, it could be all craziness. But the one thing we all and Jimmy and Chuck's going a sec. The one thing we all agree on though is it's. I'm sure that everybody agrees it's quarterback. It's not going up for somebody else.
Yeah, it's quarterback. That's absolutely quarterback.
Because we don't know if we're all going to be alive on Sunday.
We don't.
According to Mr. Shanahan,
tomorrow, we might not be alive tomorrow, guys. We might not be alive before the draft. Maybe that's a good thing.
Boost the confidence of all time.
That's quote of the year. That's answer of the year.
Who's going to be on here?
All right. So, if you guys are, for those who don't know, you guys know I like
now you know
Niners.
Oh.
Kyle Shanahan is like my favorite coach in the whole league.
Like Chuck's is a fan of choke jobs.
And I will get to that. So here's the thing. We know that Kyle Shanahan in his system has had quarterbacks that are pocket quarterbacks, accurate quarterbacks to execute his system. I believe that it's gone to a point where Kyle now realizes in order to get over the hump, because now he's choked twice in the Super Bowl with Matt Ryan and Jimmy G, those mold of quarterbacks that he's always had. I believe he finally has realized, and there's a quote from an interview that I saw on Twitter, and I would pull it up, but I won't get into that. But I think he realizes he needs a special talent at quarterback in order to get over the hump. And because of that, I believe, and I do think that if the reports are true, if it's Lance, I understand because Lance has that high upside. I think that if you're talking about Lance being a high upside guy that Shanahan believes he can get the most out of him, then they'll go Lance. I think they should go Justin Fields. I believe the simulator is going to pick Justin Fields. So that's where I stand. I don't think in any way Mac Jones should be the pick. I can understand the Lance pick. I think it should be Justin Fields.
Yeah, that's a great point because Mac Jones just fits like the quarterback he's had for his last two runs, and I think that's why I agree with you. I think that's why Justin Fields is the pick here. I was going to say before, like there's just a mobile guy who can make plays outside of your system once in a while, and that's so important in today's NFL. So
look who's in his division, who he's facing: Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, making plays against his team.
Matthew Stafford.
Now
Stafford can make plays too, though.
But Stafford makes plays all over the field.
But to that point, they've owned the Rams ever since Kyle got there. So I don't think the Rams with Jared Goff was ever an issue. I think he needs a special talent. I think he's smart enough to know that. That's why I think it's either Fields or Lance tomorrow.
Yep. Jimmy?
Yeah, Chuck, I'm on the total opposite side of you. The one thing about coaches in any sport at any level is they have their pride and they have their arrogance. It's their way or no way. And I feel like he's just going to want to keep on having those system quarterbacks that are good in the pocket, that are accurate, that know how to stay in their lane. And I feel like that's what Mac Jones is. I feel like he does what he needs to do for his team to win football games. That's what he did at Alabama. And that's what I think Shanahan's going to do here. I think he's going to take Mac Jones because it's his way. Head coaches are arrogant.
That's a great point. I mean, it's hard to argue that when you started off with that conversation. I mean, hey, we're here in Philly. We get it. Just an arrogance period. So, well said. And very well could be the pick tomorrow night, too. Very well could be the pick. I mean, any of them three would go, and I wouldn't be like, whoa. Like, the only one I'm like, whoa, is Lance at 3. I just think that's like, I need to see more. I need to see more to go with 3. So that's the only one I think, and we'll see how this board goes. Greg's got something different, Nate, and everybody else.
No, I got Justin Fields as well. He's the third best quarterback. Little nervous of the Ohio State, but he throws the ball better than any of the other guys have previously. So, he's the third best quarterback in the draft, Justin Fields.
Done. Nate?
Hey, you shaved it all off, man? Look at that butterface.
Yeah.
Butterface over there. Look at that butterface. Look like Peter Griffin with a hat on, man. What's up?
You gonna do my man like that with the Peter Griffin with a hat on.
He does, man.
I love this guy.
His voice doesn't match his face right now. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. It doesn't at all. That's my guy over there, man. I'm going with the money, man. Matt Jones is now minus 300 to go third overall. Jesus. Matt Jones. I don't got it. I'm not going to repeat. Everybody said what everybody said is great. We understand what he is. It's not that hard. Matt Jones minus 300. Justin Fields is plus 300, and Trey Lance is plus 110. So they don't like Justin Fields at all. Looking at the book, man. So Matt Jones looks like the consensus pick. Minus 300.
Yep, and I very well see that can happen. Andy?
I'm just going to pick Mac Jones because that's what I've got written over here. The little draft stuff I looked up today.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll go with the guy, not who I believe is the most pro-ready, who I believe Shanahan thinks is the most pro-ready. Mac Jones will be the mistake of the draft, and we'll keep it moving with that.
It'll be the first of the reaches in the first round. So
probably the first of many.
Yep.
So here we go.
All right, back to the board.
Get stimulated, boys. Did they throw us a curveball?
Hell no.
Throw us a curveball. Whoa!
Mac Jones at 3.
Okay.
No
quarterback, Alabama.
I think everybody would agree with that too. Like, even though I got Fields, I know Chuck's and Pete and a bunch of us and Greg. A bunch of us had Fields. Like, I think that's very, very realistic. It makes a ton of sense too. So. I got no problem with it. Anybody?
I mean, Fields is definitely the second best quarterback in the draft, but it's counting what they're looking at, right? And if they feel that Jones is the guy that they moved up for, I mean, we've seen his system, right? Shanahan's system is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right, and he can win with a lot of different people in there. Like, they won a lot of games with nobody last year.
Then you don't trade up.
But they haven't gotten the chip. And so that's why I think that if they go Mac Jones, yeah, it will make sense. And because, it's a Shanahan type of guy. But I think that's a mistake. And that would be one of the first things I'd be like, Kyle, you're wrong in this. And I'm hoping, because I love him so much, I'm hoping he's smarter than that. So even though I understand it, I think it's still a mistake to go Mac Jones.
It's like a pet pal. The way Chuck said that, it was like, I mean,
he'll still respond in the DMs to you.
I want to know if you said it to Mary that nicely. I want to know if you said it to Mary that nicely. I love you so much. It makes a ton of sense for the Niners. I mean, I like Mac Jones. I don't like him at 3. The only thing, like Chuck said, I mean, he's shown he can win with like guys. So, like, at least with Jimmy being a guy. So, and Nate said the same thing. But I think Mac Jones is better than a guy. But it's still like you can get him later. So this doesn't. Yeah. The whole Niners trade up to me just hasn't made sense unless they again the Jets or Atlanta, which is coming up next, are going to do something wild and go quarterback. That you know what I mean? Or they thought Carolina was, Denver was. Like, there had to be reasons for them to think that these guys wouldn't be there. Maybe at let's say 10, 11, 12, right? But now up is the Atlanta Falcons, and that's another interesting one up at 4 here. So,
yeah,
Andy,
big time.
You can take us over there. Don't hit it yet, but you can swing us over and bring the board up for a second. All right, so everybody can just see who's available. Not everybody's as draft savvy as we are. So a lot of interesting possibilities here at 4, right? They could go. Mm-hmm. They could go to quarterback route and really shock people. Okay. There could be a Lance sighting. But there also could be, like we talked about before, the Pitts of the world. Maybe even a Jamar Chase. It wouldn't shock me. Okay. A Patrick Surtain at 4. We've seen corners go in the last 2 years at 3 and 4, right? So that wouldn't shock me here. So we'll circle it. I'm gonna go a little tricky here. I don't think the simulator is gonna pop this up. I think they go. The more I'm thinking about it, I think they go Jamar Chase here.
Ooh, does that have anything to do, Tom, with the Julio Jones rumors?
Little weird to me, Ryan. That's what made me start thinking, like, maybe they don't go Pitts. Maybe they go Chase. Like, maybe, because you know how this goes. Like, we assume they're going somewhere, and teams just surprise us all the damn time.
Yeah.
And it would make sense. He's worthy of the 4-hole. Like, and they're not shy to take wide receivers high.
Can I ask this question real quick before, like, we all give our picks? Like, does anyone agree with me that they really shouldn't even be picking here, that this should be a trade out?
Yes.
Like, really?
Yes, I also agree that it should be a trade out.
The smartest thing for them to do here is get the hell out of there, because they can get a really good player. I really do believe defense they should go with, because they have enough offensive players, honestly. They should be able to go back to 9 or 8 or 10, for example, and get a defensive player. They don't need to be at 4 right now. They don't.
Oh, you want to ask me what I do it for? I mean, I don't trade back if I'm then. I take Micah Parsons right here and I call it a day. I think Parsons or I take Surtain and I try to get my defense to be able to stop somebody in that division.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. I think they would be great if they were to choose Parsons, but then I was thinking, do they trade out? And if they trade out, they got to find a team that wants a Trey Lance or Justin Fields, and then that's where it comes down to whether it's the Lions, whether it's the Broncos, because I don't know what the Broncos are set on Bridgewater, but it'll be interesting to see what Atlanta does. They're definitely going to be a wild card at 4.
Yep.
Yeah, what does everybody think's going here? Give us a quick shout on who you got, because I really want to get to the Eagles, obviously. So
I had a hard time figuring out who to go at 4 with the Falcons. I know some of the some simulators that I was going through, some of them had Pitts, some of them had take a quarterback like Justin Fields or Trey Lance. But with me, I think they're going to go with the quarterback on this one. I think it'll give a year or so for them to develop once Matt Ryan decides to call it a career. Now, which quarterback? I think this is going to be I think they're going to try to break the Ohio State quarterback curse. Give me Justin Fields at 4.
Ralph?
Number 4 here, Atlanta's going to select Kyle Pitts, tight end from Florida.
Pitts, I think he could give you, if they are trading Julio and they want to move on, the build of Pitts is closer more to Julio than Chase. And they don't play with the blocking tight end. That's why Pitts, I think, would fit so well there.
Well, wouldn't it fit well if they split out Jamar and Julio and have Calvin Ridley in the middle of the field? So, I mean,
true, but there's talks where Pitts is better than Chase. I think DeVonta Smith is better than Chase. You don't got to go this route. So, if you had your choice between Pitts or Chase, and you're Atlanta, I'm taking Pitts over Chase.
Yeah, the tight end in the top 10 scares me, but I agree with you. I hear you though.
Yeah.
Chuck?
Anyone else?
Oh yeah, so me. So I think the simulator is going to pick Kyle Pitts. I think that's the routes they're going to go. I think if it were up to me for the Falcons, I would go quarterback. Being this high, I know they just extended Matt Ryan, but being this high, you might not get another chance for years to pick a potential franchise quarterback. I would go with the quarterback here in Justin Fields if he falls to 4. So that's the route I would go. But I think the simulator will pick Pitts, and I think the Falcons, if they don't trade out, will go Pitts.
Jimmy?
I'm going to throw a curveball. I think they're going to go with Sewell. I think they're going to go all in to try and keep it going on the offensive side of the ball while Ryan's contract expires. And I think you start in the trenches. That's how you win Super Bowls. And I think they're going to realize that and go with Sewell.
If in this scenario with Mac Jones gone, I don't see a trade out. I think if Mac Jones was still on the board, you could entice someone like the New England Patriots or, somewhere in those early, right around where we are, 13 and below us, to jump up with the way it's currently going. If I'm them, I take Justin Fields, but this is going to be Kyle Pitts.
All righty.
Nate?
It's going to be Pitts. I mean, he's just what he's being paid as is a generational talent. I do like the what's his name from Oregon?
Sewell.
Yeah, I like the Sewell pick with him and Matthews as bookend tackles. I definitely like that play if they go that route. Matt Ryan's going to be there for 2 years just because of his cap hit.
Yep.
So Matt Ryan's not going anywhere. So let's remember that. Right, he's going to be here this year and he's going to be here next year because he has like a $20-30 million cap hit. So he's not going anywhere. So Sewell makes sense as the pick. I like that play. I like that pick. I think it's worth the pick, but more likely they'll go Pitts here.
3-1 Cardinals.
Fields doesn't make sense here to me.
I agree. I don't think any quarterback makes sense there.
Yeah, he does. I don't think a quarterback makes sense here when you know you have Matt Ryan for the next 2 years.
I'm not taking a quarterback just because 3 went before him.
Right, and it's never happened before, right? 4 quarterbacks have never gone back in a row.
Never happened.
Yeah, so I don't see that happen. But I definitely like Sewell as a wild card here. That makes a lot of sense for them. You know what I mean? And then I don't know where Jake Matthews is. He's been around for a little bit. I think he's still got some tread on the tires. But to have 2 bookend tackles, the way they throw the ball every year,
Exactly.
Makes sense.
No, I agree. I said it like a month ago too. So,
Andy,
I mean, so because I don't know enough, right? I'll ask the question, right? What is this simulator? What would be like a shocking thing that it would do, right? Because you guys, so Sewell would be.
Yeah,
is Sewell the consensus?
Yeah, Sewell would be the shocker.
no,
What if it was Lance?
Yeah,
Lance.
yeah, a quarterback would be a shocker. A quarterback would be a shocker.
any quarterback off the board right here shocks me. If it's
You don't think Sewell's a shocker here? I think Sewell's
No,
a shocker here.
because he's the best left tackle in the draft. And simple as that. And we know how the league's set up. Teams do it. Like, you know what I mean? Just because they haven't been linked to him doesn't mean they're not in love with him.
I've said this before, and I know it's not popular. If they make a pick at 4, it should not be on the offensive side of the ball. I know Pitts is going to be probably really good. I know Jamar Chase, all that stuff. But you look at all the weapons they have to go up against. It's kind of the same situation we're in the NFC East. We talk about all the weapons we have to defend against. Their problems have been defense the last handful of years. So if it's Parsons, even if it's Surtain, even though I know people think that's a reach, look at what they have to go up against. So to me, what they should do is either Parsons or Surtain, but it's going to be Pitts. That's the pick. It's going to be Pitts. Even though they have Hayden Hurst, who I think is a good tight end, they're just going to try and outscore everybody. And then with Julio most likely, walking out the building by June 1st, he'll kind of just go right into that role.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Kyle Pitts, tight end from Florida.
Yep.
Good pick.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. 5. Yes. Here we go.
Well, this
Everyone's excited.
Great offense.
This is a weird one, right? Because they're obviously the relationship between they all staticky.
Who is that?
Who is it?
Not me. Everybody mute them damn selves for a second. Find out the culprit. Hi, right.
It's Andy.
All right, we're back.
Of course it is.
We're back.
They can go. They can go 2 ways. Really, it's do you want to protect your guy and get Penei Sewell, or do you want to go get your guy, his guy, per se, in Jamar Chase? So this is the most interesting pick of this draft early on here. Outside, Atlanta's interesting, but this one becomes like, what's going to be your identity? What do you want your identity to be? And this pick sort of will dictate who runs the Bengals franchise. Because I think if the Bengals go Jamar Chase here, I think it tells you that they want to do everything right by their quarterback. When I think the smart pick here is Penei Sewell. I think the guy plays left tackle for you for 12 years. I haven't seen many left tackles move like this guy, so everybody can short arm me all they want. I don't care about measurables. Watch the guy play. He's a road grader, and in space, which is so important in this league, in space, he's getting downfield like running backs. So I like Penei Sewell here. This is who I would go with. So, what do you guys say?
I'll just get mine out of the way because I think they're going to pull 180 because it's the Bengals, to be honest. I think it's going to be Rashawn Slater, to be completely honest with you.
Wow.
Because he can play left tackle and guard, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Number 2, I know they're saying, it's the local thing. Apparently he's from up there, which, okay, that doesn't show me that you can play. Like, that's not important to me if you're from a certain place. It should be Sewell, 2 seconds, run to the podium, kind of like the Vikings did with Jefferson. Like, don't even think about it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Slater because he's the safe pick. People want to overthink things and say that he's better than Penei Sewell. If it's Slater, I think it's going to cause a lot of crazy stuff to happen with with trades and everything. With Jamar Chase and Sewell still being on the board, but I'll say they make I would say the second reach of the draft behind the 49ers with Mac Jones. So I'll say they take Slater.
That's a shocker. That would definitely be a shocker if they take Slater.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So we got people in the chat saying Slater's better. See?
Yeah, people saying Slater's better.
I think they're going Sewell just to put all his Eagles fans in the even more misery when Jamar Chase drops there at 6, and we could have had him there at 6. So that's where I'm going.
I agree with that. I agree exactly with that. Sewell.
And I also agree with Penei Sewell as well. From Oregon.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
It's the most logical choice. You want Joe Burrow to actually have a career? Like, if he has no O-line, he's going to be more injured.
He's going to end up like Andrew Luck. He's going
to end up like Andrew Luck. He's going to probably play his games in a wheelchair, and Cass, he's going to be like he's going to be Mr. Glass for the rest of his career. So it's the most logical choice. Give me Sewell.
And if Sewell's not there, I think they will try and trade back and maybe get Slater.
No, they go Pitts if Sewell's not there.
Or Chase.
They go.
I feel like Chase would be there if they didn't go with Sewell.
Well, Chase is going to be there anyway, right? But if Atlanta takes Sewell, they're running to take Pitts.
Yes,
they're running to take Pitts for sure.
Pitts would add a different dimension over Chase to their offense.
Yeah, for sure.
But you also got the fact that Chase and Burrow have that connection, that history, and that's what everyone's talking about. I think Pete, Tom, you guys know I've been pounding the table since like the offseason began. It has to be Sewell. You have to go Sewell. But we're talking about the Bengals. So if I'm going to predict what they are going to do, you're talking about the Bengals who are horrible when it comes to upgrading their O-line. They've never had a good O-line under this regime, So I think they don't prioritize or evaluate or just they don't know how to build their O-line. So I don't think they're going to go with a smart route with Sewell. I think they're going to get cute and go with a flashy pick and go with the connection of Burrow and Chase. And I think they're going to go Chase. But I think that's a mistake.
The comment that Steelers fans had when he said the offensive line sucks. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, in week 3, the Eagles defensive line feasted on Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean,
Burrow was running around for his life.
Yeah, and they still tied the fucking game. I can't.
Because of so good. We did so good
that we up again. Please.
Yeah, we did so good that we tied.
Fucking tie.
We tied because of Carson.
So close to winning, so close to losing. But we settled with it.
As soon as they tied, the season was over.
Yeah.
It was over. Like, who the fuck ties in the NFL?
Well, it could have not been over. All they had to do was make one adjustment, and it could have not been over.
Yeah.
You bench your quarterback for a game, and then you see him respond the next one, and then see what you have. You might have found something out that we didn't know. Maybe he has a sack. We don't know. They never did what they did to Donovan. They never gave him the chance like they did to Donovan. We'll save that for 12. After 12. They never did that.
We could have also changed play callers after going 9-7, 9-7, 4-11-1.
Play callers to who? Howie? Howie's calling the plays, I feel like. I mean, Howie, Jeff, does it never have a headset?
They didn't do anything. They just let it ride. And then you got rid of the guy that you spent $130 million on.
Nothing mattered. We're not doing. We can't do this. I can't do this. I'm not blaming any coach or any player for the disarray of this shit.
Doug should not just get 100% pass because he had his issues. He had his issues.
Greg, you go down and shake your head, Greg. Like, okay, rock, paper, scissors. You guys be happy with rock, paper, scissors.
Hey, I am happy with Sirianni.
I want my damn Doug back.
At least he's a likable guy.
Freaking player, a freaking winner. Guy won. All he did was win with less and less and less.
500.
9-7, 9-7, 4-11-1.
What is winning?
They were all to blame. All of them. All of them were to blame. They all had.
Doug should not get 100% pass because
I'm not giving anyone a pass.
What are you talking about?
That's on you guys. That's on you guys. Not holding.
He won a Super Bowl 4 years ago.
You're still not holding everybody.
Then he went below 500.
You're still not holding the people up top accountable for their actions.
I am.
We're semi
all three of them. And then you can throw the quarterback in, but all three of them.
No, Jimmy, you can't put the guy who wasn't allowed to sit at the table. You can't blame him. He wasn't allowed at the damn table. He had no say in anything.
He still had a play card in front of his face for 16 games in the season.
Well, when all his assistants get fired, the guys he wants to keep, that play call.
He wanted to keep Mike Rowe.
Okay, he wanted to
keep Mike Rowe.
He didn't want to change over. I hated Mike Rowe. Our offense looked better with Mike Rowe, didn't it? Didn't it?
9-7. I guess if 9-7 is better.
Okay, 9-7 with your quarterback going down again, and you still go to the postseason.
Drug us into the playoffs, yeah.
Oh, drug us into the playoffs. All the guys. What does it matter? What does it matter how you win and get somewhere? We just have you. Listen, I'm not saying Doug's perfect, but I'm saying that he's better than Nick Sirianni.
For sure, right now because Sirianni's never coached the game in his life.
Oh, good. Guy's got a statue outside. How about we give that guy a run again? That's all. Give a guy a seat at the table. Maybe he knows a little bit about football. Maybe he can help us in in the first round. Maybe in the second.
We'll see.
Okay. We'll see. Nick Sirianni could be freaking Bill Walsh with his freaking front office. It won't matter. I'm fired up now. I'm fired up. We're not even close to our peak yet.
I like it.
I don't even know where we're
right
at.
out of my mouth because I was.
It's fun when I'm not the one firing you up, Tom. It's fun.
I like it.
You are correct. He doesn't deserve 100% pass. He doesn't. He doesn't get 100% pass. But he sure as hell gets a 95 with this organization. I'll give him 5%.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
They'll play ball him, etc. But we were told that he's not allowed to run the ball. Run, Booby. Run, Miles. Run, right? Run, Booby. Run, right? I mean, he was told that he can't run the ball. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Horrible.
It's just if you would have stuck with the run and won more football games, what is he going to do? He's going to fire you after going 11-5? Is that what he's going to do? Like
he might. Lori might.
and then he's going to get the backlash that he's been getting this past year, 2 years ago.
He loves it.
Unless he doesn't care. Oh,
he doesn't care. He don't care. Lori don't give a shit.
He wants it his way.
So instead of going 9-7 and you go 11-5 and then you make it to another conference championship game, you're going to get fired over that.
Good.
I don't understand.
Fired or quit. That's the thing, Jimmy. He wanted to quit. He wanted to be fired.
He fired.
Like he had enough.
But if he kept on doing exactly what he wanted, and he kept on giving us 12-4, 13-3, 11-5 seasons, and taking us to conference championship after conference championship, can the owner and the GM really make you resign or step down?
That wasn't going to happen anyway, because the roster wasn't good enough anymore.
Mm-mm.
So
when we played the Packers, that one game where Booby was running and Jordan Howard was running.
Yeah, and then he got in trouble.
He got chastised.
But if he kept on going and we won games that season and made it to a conference championship,
I agree with you. But at a point, though, Jimmy, Doug would have had to say, I want a bigger – with all these results, I want a bigger voice. They weren't going to give it to him because Lurie's been so jaded since he gave it to Chip for a year and how, in his mind, Chip screwed him. He's so jaded that he won't give it up to anybody else anymore.
They were going to –
even when it is over.
How does a Super Bowl winning coach not have a say at the table?
Exactly.
That's
they were
going
to fire him if they didn't fire Mike Rowe. If he wasn't fired Mike Rowe, they were going to fire him.
Shit, dude, they were ready to fire Frank right after 1 year.
We're basically arguing for nothing because there's nothing we can do about the owner because he's the owner.
Anybody remember that? They were going to fire Frank Wright after the 2016 year.
Yeah. But Doug swayed him. Doug swayed them to stay.
Yeah, I think
and they won a Super Bowl next year. So worked out.
So with the 5th pick, the Bengals choose.
How did we even do that?
It's somehow your fault, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
An Eagles show, right?
Penny Sewell.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Penny
Yes.
Cool.
All
The
right.
simulator's smart.
What simulator is this? This thing's not going to be textbook.
EFN.
BFN.
Now we go to the Dolphins at 6, and this is where Eagles fans will be upset.
Yep.
Where's Chrome?
Mhm. Yep.
Where's Chrome?
Oh boy.
And they take Jamar Chase.
Yes.
I think
And
if
I
the-
also
if the
say they
board-
take Chase.
This is a run up the card pick.
Yeah, this is like the easiest pick
Mhm.
of the draft. If it goes this way for the first 5, this is the easiest pick of the draft.
And you know what? And then at the end of the day, the Dolphins still get their guy. So
Yeah, they
they would have taken him at 3. They would have taken him at 6.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, they still get their guy.
they're still going to get Chase because even if it switches, right? If Sewell goes 4, Pitts is going to go 5, and then Chase.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Now, you watch. They're going to go Waddle here. Watch. Just to cause even friggin' more pandemonium.
No, I think if they do anything, I think they go. If they go anything outside of Chase, I think it's DeVonta Smith.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Brad Miller, why are you playing third base? And why'd you go for that ball?
All right, ready?
They're going Chase or Waddle.
I
But
think
I'm
it's going to be
thinking
Waddle.
Chase.
I
think
think
it's Chase.
Waddle, Smith, and then Chase for them, from what I'm hearing.
It'll be definitely Chase for sure.
Yeah,
Simulate.
Jamar Chase is my pick right here.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase.
Well,
Yeah.
the simulator's smart.
Yeah. unlike last year's where it was all over the place.
You know how going by last year, if it says it's going to go one way on the simulator, it's not happening tomorrow night because
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it happened last year. So here we go.
To do with that, with all the, with the way the drafts go yearly.
Yeah.
And City. So now the Lions up at 7. Oh, where do they go? Right? I mean, is this a Waddle?
I feel this is a Waddle pick.
Yeah.
If they're
If-
there, it's Waddle. This is the most likely trade back team because they only have 6 picks.
I think
Wait,
they're
her
going
coach
defense.
wants to eat kneecaps, man. You do that by
Yeah, they're
winning,
going defense.
bro.
I was going to say Surtain, maybe.
I mean, they
I
went.
don't
They
think
went.
so. They need wide receivers. They need wide receivers.
Yeah.
Kenny Galladay's not there no more. Marvin Jones is gone. Jared Goff
Mhm.
literally might walk into week if you don't take a wide receiver here, might walk into week 1 with nobody throw the ball to.
I can't believe I'm saying it, but
See,
I
this
agree
is when
with
we
Rob.
need Don in the chat to get his take, but I don't see him at all.
I think they're 100% going defense. Their head coach seems like he wants to set an aggression, and I think they're going to get another corner opposite of Jeff Okudah. And I think they like either Surtain or Horn in this spot.
Ooh.
Mm.
Surtain to Detroit.
Yeah.
I like the thought process there of teaming him up with Okuda, going
Yeah.
young over there. And Surtain would be the guy to me. I just think they go wide receiver here. I think it's DeVonta Smith.
Yeah,
Are you ready?
I think this is
Yes,
Waddle.
Yeah, do it.
I think
let's do it.
I think they should trade this pick. But go ahead.
I agree with you, Nate.
I agree too.
So where do they trade to then? Where do you go?
Where? Let's get it
Whoever
out.
wants to come out
Out.
for a QB.
Whoever comes up for a quarterback. Whether
Yeah, there are 2 quarterbacks
Mhm.
left, and whoever.
This could be the Patriots. This could be the Bears. It could
Yeah.
be
It
Washington.
could be WFT.
If it's,
Yeah, it could be
if it's the
Washington.
Bears, if it's the Bears, they're drafting Kellen Mond.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but why would they? Why would anybody have to see? This is my only issue with this, right? Is that you're jumping 9 and 8, right? And we already know 8 went out and just made a deal for a quarterback. Not that we liked Arnold, but they just went out and did that for a guy that they hope they can resurrect. They just traded Bridgewater to the team at 9 that has Locke already and Bridgewater. So I don't know if any of them teams are taking a quarterback now.
No.
I think if Lance is there at 9 because he's that long-term project, I think Denver would take him.
Okay, quarterback factory.
Yeah, right.
Hey, not my problem. Not my problem.
But go ahead. with-
Let's do it.
I'm saying
So-
Surtain.
If they stay, it's Waddle, I think.
Yeah, it'll be textbook.
I'm going to say
Waddle,
Devontae
waddle,
Smith
waddle.
here.
It'll be Smith, but it's textbook the way this draft is going. They should trade.
Number 7, Justin Fields.
What the hell?
Jared Goff's gone. Jared Goff is gone.
I don't know about that.
Pandemonium.
First one of the night.
Here we go.
Fields, but it just won't be Detroit taking the pick. It might be Fields, but it just won't be Detroit taking the pick.
Where's
They could do that though. They could do that.
Trade Goff.
Well, not even trade Goff now. Just have him wait under Goff for a year, and it's his job. Like they have no ties to Goff. They just got him back in that deal. Like, okay, we'll take a quarterback for a year, right?
That contract. How long is that money for that contract though? Is it a year or 2?
Oh, I know. I think. Well, what did he sign? Did he sign a 4-year deal? 4-year deal?
Yeah, but I don't know what
the
after
money
this
is.
year they could dump him for salary for obviously cap and stuff.
I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, same.
It's either this year or in 22.
Either way,
There's a buyout after 22.
22.
Okay.
You're talking about 2 more years. I mean, it's you can argue it. Maybe if you're talking about it like a project, then Lance would be it. I don't see them picking Fields and then having Fields wait for 2 years.
But he might not have to wait. If they go Fields here, they could just flat out trade Goff.
Yeah.
As I think Ryan mentioned, they only have 6 picks, right? So you can trade Goff then to Washington, right? To Chicago.
Contract.
Yep.
Huh?
I mean that's good on paper, but how are you going to trade that contract?
Exactly.
You know?
Again, how you
Eagles just traded Carson Wentz. Anything can happen.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
we're the
I'm just
Eagles.
saying
We're
it's going to be a difficult thing to pull off. It's not like
Does Washington have a quarterback?
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Heineke.
Depends on who you ask.
Does Chicago have a
The best
quarterback?
quarterback in our division.
Depends
Taylor
on
Heineke.
who you ask.
Chicago maybe see that Chicago's the team that I do think you would target because GM and coach, they are probably on their last year. They don't care about future years, future money. They need to turn things around this year. So maybe Chicago will be a team that would, but then are the Lions going to trade within the division? I don't know.
If they get their guy, why not?
Yeah.
I definitely think they're going defense.
No, listen, they could go a bunch of ways, but I mean, a quarterback just wouldn't it's surprising here, but the more you think about it, it's not like crazy to think about, right? Billy Talk Podcast, appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, appreciate it. All right, so where are we at now? We are
at number 8 with the Panthers.
Carolina Panthers. So now, I mean, a lot of guys still on the board here for Carolina.
Yeah.
Does Carolina go defense now? Does Carolina in the conversation for?
I like Slater here.
Yeah.
The line.
Yeah, I like Slater here too. They need
O-line.
offensive line help big time.
They literally went.
They need to fill. I think it's either the left tackle or the right tackle position they need to fill.
They went all defense last year, so I
Yes.
think it only makes sense that they go with Slater this year.
Slater.
'Cause you build in the trenches. That's how you win championships. So I'm thinking Slater.
And and they don't have
Arnold.
a true left tackle. They don't have a true left tackle.
No, listen, it makes a ton of sense for them to go Slater. I didn't realize they took all defensive players. I know their defense is back to what it was. It's tough again. But yeah, I mean, that even makes more sense. And I don't see them going wide receiver here. So I don't think Smith and Waddle are going here. But you're right. Slater makes the most sense. You went out and traded for Darnold. You're trying to resurrect them. Well, do what the Jets didn't do.
Yeah.
And you already have valid weapons around them. You got CMC.
Yeah.
You got Robbie Anderson. You got all those guys. So
Get more. Yeah.
Even if you just had CMC, you're fine.
Yeah.
and then CMC had a line.
He's
And
like
to that, what's a running back's best friend? A good
left
offensive
back.
line, right?
Yep.
Who they buy the gifts for, Greg? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
All the big gifts come.
Who they buy the quads for, the tractors for?
You got for 1,000 dinners on me, quads on me.
And I know what Slater too. I think Ryan said it earlier in the show that he's that type of guy that you could play him. You could play him at tackle or you could play him at guard. So
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might be hard to tackle, but you can play both.
Yeah, I don't know if you draft the guard at 8, but you definitely draft the tackle at 1. So if they're drafting at 8, they're drafting them definitely to play left tackle. So
Tackle, yeah.
go ahead. Everybody good here? Everybody got
Yeah, Slater.
Slater.
All right, here we go.
We're gonna
Number
get
8,
stopped.
Trey
We're going to get
Lance.
shocked.
I was going to say it's going to be a quarterback.
Yeah, well,
They traded.
Okay, trade.
Wow. I was just about to ask if the simulator does trade.
Yeah, all right. Let me
Okay, let's
see.
break this down. Let's break this down. So
It could happen.
Washington jumps up the 8.
Two
They
first.
get Trey Lance. They received pick 19. Carolina does pick 51. A 2022 Washington first and a 22 Washington third. That's a lot to get up there. And good. Take the bust. Take the bus. Take the bus, baby.
I would love that. Let's go.
Wow.
I was just about to ask if the simulator does trades because if it
That's
does,
not even allowed.
It does
Oh,
trade.
it does.
It does.
does.
Watch
Yeah, it
us
does them,
drop
yeah.
to 18. Watch
You
us
need to go
drop
back
from
and watch
18 to
last
19.
year. It does.
last year was crazy.
A lot of wows in the chat too, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sam got
I
that
can
this
see
one.
Washington jumping up here somewhere to get a
Yeah,
quarterback.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
That means
that's-
New England doesn't get their quarterback, right? There's no more quarterbacks left unless they get
Yeah,
the other guy that everybody's memeing about.
Oh, Mons?
Yeah,
Come
Mom.
on.
Oh God.
Did
Yeah.
all
Mons,
five go?
Kyle
All
Trask.
five?
No.
Kyle
Jimmy, you know
Trask.
what happens? You know what happens if that's the case? If what happens in the first 8 happens, they trade for Jimmy G immediately.
Mm.
There's a
Yeah.
rumor that they were planning to trade for him. I just
Yep.
before we went on. They said New England is possibly in the works with San Francisco to trade for Jimmy G. I don't know if it's how true or it'll be, but
That's terrible.
Welcome back home, Jimmy.
yeah.
so, bad. So bad.
Now that Brady isn't there, yeah. I
All right,
like
Now we
you know,
come. Sorry, go ahead.
What I was gonna say is like, with Ron Rivera there in Washington, he coached and developed Cam Newton or helped. I know he's not an offensive coach, but I mean, you're talking about Ron Rivera who had a similar mode of quarterback, Cam Newton. You're getting a Trey Lance who has similar skills, potential. I don't think it's. I actually like the move for them because they're with that defense with the weapons on offense, they're a quarterback away from being the favorite in the division. And with Ryan Fitzpatrick there, it's a good spot for Lance to just learn for a year. So I know they gave up a lot, and Lance is one of those high risk, high reward type of quarterback prospects. So he could bottom out. But if I'm Washington and I only need that quarterback, I understand the move. I totally get it.
And they do have the leeway to do it too because they've been drafting very well over the past 4 or 5 years.
Exactly.
Rebuilding the defensive line.
What weapons they have? I mean,
Yeah.
Antonio,
They got Scary Terry, Antonio
they have
Gibson.
a solid tight end
Mhm.
too. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not in a horrible place offensively. So, and that
It's just-
defense is scary. So
It's just Trey
think
Lance
I
isn't the
understand
guy to
both
do it
sides.
with, though. I don't think Trey Lance is the guy to do it with, but like hypothetically, it's a good idea if the right quarterback is there.
It's better than whatever they got. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Who the fuck is there? Who's Washington's quarterback right now?
Just saying maybe because if the guy stinks,
Patrick.
Yeah.
if the guy stinks, then it's not better. So I mean, yes,
Definitely better than Fitz for sure.
you're drafting a quarterback in the top 10. It should be better, but that's not a guarantee. If the guy stinks,
It's a guarantee he'd be better than Fitz. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
he's gonna play longer than Ryan Fitzpatrick, Trey Lance.
Remember they play the Eagles twice, and what does Fitz do to the Eagles every time?
Fitz.
Yep.
That's automatically
Yep.
2 wins right there. It's automatically 2 wins with
I'm
Fitz.
not worried about Fitzmagic. It's all right.
I'm not worried about him either. I'm not worried about Trey Lance either. Is my point. I'm not worried about either one. Number 9, the Denver Broncos.
Micah Parsons.
Don't say
Yeah,
that.
I feel like this is gonna be Micah.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, I think Pete just said it. I'm going cornerback here.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, I would go.
Jeez.
I think they might go.
I go Surtain.
Yeah, I agree with that, Tommy.
I think they might go Waddle here and team back up with Jerry Judy. I would not be shocked if they went wide receiver again.
Oh,
That would be
jeez.
That means you would have
so
Judy,
bad.
Hamler, and Waddle, and Cortland Sutton.
That'd be
Actually,
fun.
that's what year.
That's a receiver factory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you don't got quarterbacks, so you better sure as hell have wide receivers.
Yeah. Listen, they had a wide receiver playing quarterback last year because of COVID, so they might as well draft another one.
Who's their left tackle? Sorry, who's their left tackle?
Garrett Bowles and Juwan James.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I
both
think
28
this
years old.
is Dewan James last year on his contract. Yeah.
They're both 28 though. They're both pups.
Would Slater be crazy here at 9 if this is how the board went?
I originally thought that, Tom, but like after looking at it, James and Bolds are only 28.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? And it might be James's last year of his contract, but at 28 years old, you have to think that he's, they're gonna re-sign him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're right, though. That was my first initial thought. Denver goes right to the offensive line, right here. But after seeing they're both 28, they're still puppies.
They got 2 corners there too.
Right, I think it's going to be Parsons though, because
but one's Ronald Darby.
Darby's a liability. We already know what Darby is. Let's be like.
No, I get that, but they just went out and got him. Like it's not like they had him; they just went out and acquired.
Yeah, I think they gave him a 3-year deal, didn't they?
I must say it's a multi-year deal.
Yeah.
Didn't they sign
it's
Fuller?
the NFL. That shit don't mean shit. They cut these.
Kyle Fuller, yeah.
Yeah, they signed Kyle Fuller too.
Sign Fuller.
Yeah.
I think Parsons makes sense.
Well, Parsons makes a ton of sense. I'm just praying to God it doesn't happen. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, I don't want it to happen. That's why I'm not going to say it. But
because I think their middle linebacker's Josie Jewell. I mean,
Yep.
So,
and their head coach is Fangio, who's a big-time defensive mind.
I mean, they might get weird and go with the linebacker from Notre Dame, but
God, get weird,
please.
That would be weird.
Yeah, get
he
weird.
He could do that. Everywhere he's been, he's had a stud middle linebacker.
Go Quiddy Pay. Go Quiddy Pay. Please save us.
Trust somebody with
some
3
pain.
names. Go ahead.
Save
Go
us.
Christian Darrisaw, please.
Yeah. Reach away.
Yeah,
All right, here we go.
Waddle would be sneaky here, though.
I think it would be too.
Denver
Really
at number 9.
That would be crazy.
This will be a trade. Watch.
Bamboo Brad
Probably
by the
will
way.
be.
Surtain.
Damn you! Damn you!
Damn.
Thank
I
God
had
you're playing
Surtain
third,
go
Brad.
with the pick after at
Parsons still
With
there,
Dallas.
baby.
Oh, I see how this goes.
go.
Oh,
No, I
my
see how
God.
this is.
jeez.
Oh my God.
Oh
Nightmare
no,
for
Ralph's
us.
dream will come true.
Nah,
So
this
real
is-
quick, there's a chance. Right now, this is where it gets fun. Okay, not fun for us, but fun for the rest of the league to laugh at us. 10 and 11 is now the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Football Giants. And if you go back and look at the board quickly, and I will hold on, you see there's some names that we really love available.
Yeah.
One Mr. DeVonta Smith, one Mr. Micah Parsons, and I know people like Horn.
I like Horn.
I like Horn. I don't like him at 12, though. Just to me. That's just my thing.
Yeah.
Okay? Doesn't mean he's not. I don't consider, like, people yelled at me the other night because I said, well, I got him more like 15 on. And people were like, oh, my God. I said, I'm not. You're acting like I said he's a second-round pick. I just said, calm down. Like, I just have him where I have him right now. He's got a lot to work on, in my opinion. He's too handsy for this league. He'll throw flags all day. So that he's got to work on some things. Not that he can't get better, right? But my whole point is, we have 3 guys that we probably really still truly like, right? Waddle's still there. I think we all like Waddle,
Mhm.
right? We all love Smith, I would assume, and we all love Parsons. But in our luck, the third one's Waddle to me, and they're going to somehow go Smith and Parsons in this little mix here, and it'll probably be Parsons to Dallas and Smith to the Giants.
Sean Lee retiring.
Yep. And we're going to get literally bent over, and Howie Roseman again gets beat by the division rivals. So
The Cowboys with Smith, Vander Esch, and Parsons.
Yep.
Oh my God!
there you go.
It also is hilarious that they have in this simulation that they have us drafting last in the division after we just went 4-11-1. Just
Of course.
that out there too.
Who'd have thunk?
Good job. Give me a figure of eyeing that one up for us because I just realized that Washington jumped our ass too. So, well, thank God they jumped us for a quarterback, and I don't have to get arrested, guys. So this is a good thing. Very good. Anybody with a quarterback, I won't yell and scream about maybe, but there's still guys I would. So I think Dallas goes. Micah Parsons. I don't care that they have linebackers. This is what they do. Teams usually go and do the same things they usually do over and over and over again. Dallas makes sense. Micah Parsons makes sense. They don't care about. They do not give a rat's ass what you did off the field. Okay, they brought in Alden Smith. All right, for a year, just like Alden Smith shouldn't be allowed back in the league. Okay, a little butt stuff with Micah. That's amateur hour. Dallas Cowboys, Mary Jones. It have it written all over
do it every week.
Jerry loves butt stuff. Ask his wife, right? Jerry loves a little butt. And now Lori's going to like butt too because he follows everything Jerry Jones does. So, feel it in your dick. Cue up your wife, Jeffrey. I am taking Michael Parsons.
I love that soundbite. That soundbite is hilarious. When that soundbite drops, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, what were you thinking? Like, what was the story behind that?
That was when we revived Joel Embiid's knee, right?
Yeah, that was during a church service, Nate.
Yeah. When A2D revived Joel's knee by itself.
Reviving Joel's knee. We had a gospel service. I was speaking in tongues. I had holy water.
Yes.
Yeah, we summoned the Holy Ghost. And
Yeah.
We made a man walk again. We can do anything.
It was a typical Wednesday night here at A2D.
We did everything. We did everything that the doctors in Philadelphia couldn't do.
Fuck this shit. No, we're doing all that before this happens. If this board goes like this, we're gonna have a quick prayer service. That Mike and DeVonta are still there, and we pick one of them. I don't care which one. One of them. And then we can move on and maybe have a Pro Bowler or All Pro, which I'd rather have over the next 8 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't like Michael Parsons enough. Again, he jumped to 2 on my big board just because then I watched him play. You guys know the story. Watched him play. The pro day is ridiculous. And the fact that he loves rock, paper, scissors and beating you and everything. He's a freaking tremendous competitor, as Gabe Kapler would say. All right. And I take him all day. He's 2. Like, I think he's going to change the defense for the next 10 years. And that would make him go to the Dallas Cowboys that will screw us again. So that's what I got.
I think
Cowboys going Horn. I have if Surtain's not on the board, I have the Cowboys going JC Horn.
Good.
Who's I think, is it Slater still available?
I was going to say, Pete. I think.
Yeah, Slater's still available.
It would be Slater or Horn. Yeah, but I think
Ryan, to your point earlier, when you talked about Slater's versatility, they need help across the offensive line everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
You know what? That happened really quick too, huh? Like, you know what I mean? Like 2 years ago, best offensive line ever.
Best offensive line ever.
And
what happens with Travis Frederick?
Hasn't played a full
Travis Frederick
season.
retired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
and
the huge
Smith hasn't played a full season since I think it was 2016. So he's been back up a little bit.
Built like Thanos, bitch.
Yeah, right.
But I think Slater should be the pick, but that's only if they're not trying to screw us, because they always try to screw us, and if they're trying to screw us, it'll be Parsons or Smith.
I'm praying that it's Slater because A, it's not a defensive player that we could have, and 2, just take him. That way we don't take him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Rashawn Slater's there, like, get him off the board so we don't take him. Take Kwity Paye so we don't take him.
Well, Kwity Paye's still on the board, Ryan, so I don't know.
I know.
Giants might go with Kwity Paye. They get weird.
Ryan, we have gotten there so far. A lot of teams taking guys that we don't want, especially at the quarterback position. So we've gotten there so far. So can Dallas help us this year? Joe Horn right here. I like Joe Horn, but he's a reach at that. And that's also what Dallas likes.
Joe Horn or JC Horn?
JC. Joe's probably not.
Joe's a lock for the top 10.
I'm sorry I said his father's name, guys. Everybody fucking critique.
He may be Joe, but you know what I mean? True. He just called himself JC.
Pedigree. I know we know you love the pedigree talk.
I do, but
you love pedigree.
This is different than Surtain, because Surtain's daddy was like having a backpedal it too. So
Chucks.
I mean,
what's up?
No, I was just saying, Chucks, real quick. By the way, is Horn your guy? Because I know you said that you were gonna reveal who your guy of the draft is.
No, Horn's not my guy. I like Horn at 12. I'm fine with him, but he's not the guy I'm pounding the table for. And
Is
yeah,
is your guy?
We're not there yet. You got to wait till 12.
Okay.
Tickle the people, right? And if you're tickling, hit that like, hit that subscribe, make sure your alerts are on. All right, we got you covered tomorrow night. This is a dress rehearsal, right? Frank's clothes are on. It's a win. So it's a great dress rehearsal so far. Don't act like we haven't seen. Feel it in your dick. We had a night out.
Don't antagonize him, Tom.
And we lost.
Frank's response is great. The faces is
lost. We lost to the Falcons that night.
At least I didn't call the bartender to be fired. That's all
True.
I
Oh,
gotta say.
Jesus. Oh, no.
I think it's like
man.
Rob put a hit
Oh,
out
no.
on Jim Schwartz.
That
Yeah.
that shooter over there.
Stop. Whoa!
All right, yeah, where we at?
Whoa! Time out.
Who the hell is that? Who the hell is that?
What was that?
Oh shit!
Fucking Brinkman.
Okay. That would
First
that would have
impressions
been
are
pretty
everything,
funny to
honey.
see that live. I wish I was there. I would have jokes for days on that one. For sure. But I like Parsons here at the pick though. I think Parsons makes sense.
Fuck.
Yep.
It does.
Ralphie, just one linebacker getting bent over.
I mean, Ralph, think about it. We know Jerry, right? We know Jerry. He likes shiny things, and Parsons is a shiny thing. He doesn't need no receivers. The corner, is there, but who's the shiny thing? Parsons, and they've had success taking linebackers high. They've had success taking linebackers. They haven't been so good at taking corners high. Even though they've taken a couple corners high, Parsons makes sense here.
Yeah, he ain't
Surtain's off the board. If your guy was Surtain at corner, you don't settle for Horn. You know what I mean? You move different. So I think Parsons is the play here.
Well, who says they're settling? Maybe they like both of them equally.
No, they're settling. No, it's no doubt about it. Surtain's the number one corner in the draft.
There is doubt about it. There is doubt.
Another ring.
Yeah.
Another ring. There's zero doubt about it. That doesn't mean Horn can't be a Pro Bowl or an All-Pro in this league and a great player. That doesn't mean that at all.
Yeah.
That's just the one guy will be. The other guy, we don't know. The one thing you can always say about a corner, when you're always in position to make plays, you're going to have success. And the reason his eye-popping stuff doesn't happen is because nobody threw at him. Nobody threw at him. It's hard to take the ball away when nobody wants to throw at you rarely, right? And that's why Surtain to people is like, well, he's a safe pick, but his upside's not as big. How can his upside's actually bigger? He's already in position to make plays. So how's his upside not as high as the other guy? That's questionable.
I'm not even arguing against Surtain. I think that Surtain is who they prefer. I'm saying I think they have a similar enough grade where if Surtain's not there, they go with Horn. They have no problems going with Horn. Plus, look how bad that defense was, in large part because of the secondary. I think they realize they need cornerback help really bad. So whether you think it's a reach or not, if you think it's a reach, then hey, that's good for us. But I think they like Horn enough where if Surtain's not there, they go with Horn and they're happy about it. That's my point. And it's not a dig at Surtain.
No. It's not a dig at Horn. Like me thinking saying he's not top 10 isn't a dig at the guy. Like it's just like I just think there's other guys there that I would take over him. Like we talked about, Slater's there too. So it's not like it's just like Smith and Waddles and and Parsons of the world. Like you still got a left tackle there. You have 4 or 5 guys that I could literally probably rank higher than Horn right now. And it doesn't mean they're gonna have better careers either. It's just how
I'm talking specifically for the Cowboys at this pick. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, like at this pick, they're so in dire need of secondary help. It's not even funny. So I think they like Surtain and Horn. They'll pick either one that's there.
Yep. Let's see what they do.
Here we go.
Please,
Cowboys at number 10 pick.
Slater.
Please, Slater. Please.
Straight out.
Waddle.
What the shit?
What?
That's weird.
That's not happening.
Jalen Waddle,
really
wide
weird.
receiver, Alabama.
I feel like that's horrifying.
Is this shit on auto pick?
That's not.
Yes.
Because I wasn't
that far out
speaking
there.
figuratively.
It's not that crazy though. It's not that crazy. Like
That's weird.
It's not crazy,
that's just like
but
Denver
I just
added
don't
on
think
the
Waddle's the guy, though.
Hold on. You guys are missing it real quick. If they were linked to Kyle Pitts, for Kyle Pitts to be in their slot a lot, right? Obviously as a tight end, right? If they were linked to Pitts, Waddle fits perfectly into the slot for them.
Always not happy.
I know they got Gallup. I know they got Cooper. I know they're not scared. They're not like that type of organization is scared to go to a place again and again. Like it wouldn't shock me. That's all I'm saying. I don't think that's the pick they make. I'm just saying that wouldn't be like I'll give a wow because I'm like, okay, you guys love wide receivers. But again, it wouldn't.
It would make sense if they know they're not going to re-sign Michael
You
Gallup.
can't compare how you would use Pitts like Waddle. right? That's not a fair comparison. Pitts is a completely different type of player.
I'm not comparing him to how I'm going to use Pitts. Obviously, Pitts is a tight end. I'm saying that
but he's not a tight end though, right? Or is he a tight end? Is he really a tight end?
You guys call him whatever you want to call him. I'm just telling you. They're going to put him in the slot a lot, like they put Waddle in the slot a lot. Put him outside, inside, doesn't matter. Waddle can play both. My point is that you can run 4 wide receiver sets. If you're going to run 4 sets with Kyle Pitts, who's he blocking? So you're obviously running. You're going 4 wide receivers or 3, even with Pitts. That's all my point is. It's like I don't consider Pitts like a Kelsey in terms of blocking and receiving, or like a Kittle right now. He's got to develop into being a good blocker.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying in terms of usage.
He shouldn't even be mentioned in those conversations with those two. For sure.
I don't like Waddle like that. So
I would be ecstatic if they drafted a wide receiver, because that means their defense is terrible again.
I'd be really happy if they went with a wide receiver.
One ball.
Because at the end of the day, you only have 5 skill guys on the field on the offensive side of the ball. You can't have 6 or 7. So, and there's one football, like you guys.
Yeah, I think both wide receivers are better than Michael Gallup. So,
yeah,
you know what I mean. So
that's why I said it makes sense. If they do that, that means they're definitely not re-signing Michael Gallup.
Gallup's good. I like Gallup.
Flying all around the football field. I mean, you're talking about on turf, flat out speed for 8 games. Like that's electric. I don't even like Waddle like that, but that's electric. He's better than Ruggs. You can write that down. But like, you know what I mean. But I don't love Waddle as much as I love the other two. But like, that's a weapon, and they're not shy to go weapons. So that's all. I would go Parsons, but they're never shy to say, "I won't take another." That's just who they are. They love the dog and pony show. Jerry Jones loves dog and pony shows, so would make total sense.
So Tom, you're saying that they treat receivers like we treat quarterbacks?
Yes.
In a sense.
They treat certain positions like that, right?
At least we have a ring to show for it, though.
Disposable.
But they could go Rashawn Slater, and I wouldn't be surprised. And they could go Horn, like Chuck said, the second best corner. Do I see 2 corners? Probably not, but I could see him doing it. Mm-hmm. And they could go Waddle, and they could go a bunch of places. They're not like tied to one. The Dallas Cowboys. Now we go on to the New York Football Giants. Now, or no, we're not. The Cowboys. Yeah. Waddle.
Yeah, Cowboys big.
I just can't believe they went Waddle. So I'm like shocked that we got to do Cowboys still. So 11, the Giants. Been linked to DeVonta Smith a little bit, which is surprising too with the wide receivers they have, right? Yeah. So not surprising. Rashawn Slater doesn't fit. They did draft a left tackle last year. Now you said he can play guard, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Who their left guard is? I don't know off the top of my head, but
Mario's brother Shane Lemieux.
Seriously? Not his brother, but seriously, Shane Lemieux.
That's their left guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adubo Rare chimes in. Giants go Slater.
No, right guard. Right guard. Left guard is Hernandez.
Oh, okay. Will Hernandez.
Slater play the right side, or does he play the left side?
They had like a weird rotation.
He can play both.
Offensive line last year.
Both.
But he play with what? Both sides?
Yes.
Both sides.
Like the right and the left?
Yes.
What's he better?
He's more of a right side. He's more of a right side.
Okay, then it fits for him. Okay, yeah. I mean, the footwork matters to me when you talk about linemen. You guys know how I feel about that. Like the switch around is hard. It's a different step. Everything's different. So if he's better at the right, it makes sense. What do you guys say?
The whole wide receiver thing here, like I've gotten in arguments with so many people about this. It makes 0 sense to go wide receiver. I don't care if freaking Jamar Chase is sitting there. You just signed Kenny Golladay. You have Darius Slayton. You have Sterling Shepard. Like, you don't need a wide receiver. You either need to defend the ball more, or you need to protect the garbage can that is Daniel Jones. Like, it's one or the other. Like, taking a quarterback, if one's there, would make more sense than wide receiver. It's absolutely should be Slater or Darisaw or Parsons. But I'll just say Slater just to protect they're obviously Daniel Jones, and they're still not complete on their offensive line either.
Well, fuck Daniel Jones for a second. I mean, we just talked about running back best friends. Saquon's there, right? So, I mean, just give him a space, and he's out, right? So, he's gone. So, definitely helps out that too.
Yeah, I think if Slater's on the board here at 11 tomorrow night, I think the Giants take him.
Yeah, I also think that the Giants will go after Rashawn Slater.
Yeah,
Sorry. Go ahead, Jim.
I was just gonna say I think it's gonna be fourth time a charm for me. I think Slater's finally gonna go.
If the board falls like this, like for whatever reason, if Parsons there, the Giants are taking Parsons.
Rice just got
I was going to say, I was going
I
to
saw that.
Bryce Harper.
Now, also, too. Go ahead, Chuck. My bad.
Bryce Harper just got hit in the face. Hold on.
That looked
In my
ugly.
opinion,
Bryce Harper got hit in the face
oh shit.
with a pitch.
Of
Blood.
course, I'm delayed. I haven't seen it yet. Oh,
Blood.
Sorry, I didn't mean to stop you guys. I really
No,
apologize.
you're good.
That's a broken nose.
Harper's face is important. Harper's
That's a
face.
broken nose. Oh, he's pissed.
He's pissed.
Oh shit.
We can't have nice things ever. Like we can't have nice things like our best players got hit in the face. The face. The face. Like not like the arm, the leg, the fucking face.
He is not happy.
All right, proceed. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
damn! I'll wave you.
Jesus.
Okay.
Somebody want to give me play-by-play on what's happening here?
Oh my God.
Did it hit his nose or did it hit his freaking
in the nose? In the nose and the cheek.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, nose and
No, everything's hurting. Everything.
Doesn't
Oh
matter.
boy.
Hit in the face with a baseball. All right.
Bench is my clear.
Where are we at? Finish off.
Yeah. So like I still think the Giants should go offensive line and go with Slater. I think that who's their GM? Well, I can't remember. Gettleman. I think Gettleman's going to go Parsons. I think Gettleman's going to go Parsons and ignore the offensive line. He doesn't know how to build an offensive line, and Parsons is the flashier pick. So I think he's going to go Parsons, even though I think they should go Slater.
It's Parsons for me. Just because we can't have nice things.
You say that with so much disdain.
Because it's so close. It's so close to happening.
Greg, I hate to tell you this. I've been telling Ralphie this for weeks. Even if Parsons there, we're not taking him.
Well, I know, because we had Patrick Queen or Kenneth Murray there last year.
Yeah, we're not. I mean,
If
just take him
Parsons-
now.
If
Just get it
Parsons
over
is
with.
there at our pick, we're going to take the one from Notre Dame. I don't know.
I would take it though, Jimmy. That would be
I would take.
No,
I
I
would
can't
take it,
trust a
but-
guy with three names.
What
Oh,
the
he
shit? What is
just hit
going
another one.
on?
He just got hit now too?
Yeah.
What is happening?
All right,
yeah,
charge the mound. Let's go.
Does Chrome have something to do
Charge
with
him
this?
out, eject him, fight. I want blood.
We just had it from Bryce Harper.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's
I
mad
want
at himself.
more.
He can't control his shit.
No,
so get him
saying
off
it.
the
Shut up,
fucking
Frank.
Yeah, thank you, Andy.
So what? The next guy got pegged too?
Yeah, he just got pegged.
First pitch. Who is this guy? Who's
Well,
this
maybe they'll get pissed off enough they start hitting because they can't hit right now.
All right, where are we at?
Girardi is fucking heated.
All right, so I think
Back to our
we're
regularly
between-
scheduled chaos.
95 to the ribs. That hurts.
Guys, I'm watching the baseball game.
Oh,
His
Girardi's
first mistake is
pissed.
trying to have a light blue glove. Like,
Wow, Girardi just got
No,
pulled.
Girardi.
What just happened?
Joe just threw the umpire out.
Joe threw the umpire out, and then the umpire threw
You
him
guys
out.
just got to that part?
Shut up, Ralph.
Uh-huh.
Joe is pissed.
Leave it to the Phillies to take over a draft show.
I know, right?
Usually this is the Eagles memo.
I know.
The benches will clear by the
Oh,
end
he's
of the
firing. He's firing at their
Yeah.
pitcher too. I love it.
And the
Look at-
pitcher is Genesis Cabrera.
yeah, no. See, his parents doomed him. Fuck that.
Why are you giving
can't-
warnings
can't
out?
go Old
Why
Testament.
do you give warnings out?
Old Testament.
This is why I
we
hate
got-
baseball.
So he hit two people in a row, and they just gave a warning.
Back-to-back pitches, yeah.
And then they threw out Girardi.
Throughout
And
Girardi.
we have no option to
Right to the
retaliate.
Wow.
We have an option. Oh no, why don't we have an option, Greg?
They just gave out warnings.
Yeah, and that's why he got tossed because they warned us too. All right, next, let's get this pick up.
Now, real quick,
Slater
if Slater's in the board, I could see the Chargers moving up and getting him at 11 here. Or they could just sit here and wait
I agree.
and hope that we don't take him at 12.
Please trade up. Please trade. Take them from us. Take them. You know what I'm saying? Please trade up.
I could see that happening, Ralph.
Because the Chargers, another team that needs offensive line help.
Yeah.
Chargers at 13.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, they can
Yep.
wait.
All right, you
Chargers
guys
is
ready?
loving this draft right now.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, here we go. New York Giants at number 11 are taking.
Trade.
Who the hell is this guy?
Christian. Wow.
You know what's
Thank
hilarious?
you.
Okay.
Dave Gettleman made the pick himself in the simulator.
I was thinking about saying that just because that's what the Giants would do.
See, I thought
But I
Darius
had
Saul would
faith-
go
I had
at
faith in
13.
Judge. I had faith in Judge that he wouldn't go like this, but I guess the Giants are just the Giants, and they would. I could see this happening if Slater's still on the board, and then they go.
They
with
always pick the
Darius.
wrong offensive lineman.
Yeah.
I was going to say they did it with Andrew Thomas last year.
Yeah.
And there we go. We got a
There we go, McCutcheon.
Oh my God.
Listen, it makes sense if Slater's off the board. Okay, it makes a ton of sense for them to go Darisaw. Like
That's
if
fine.
Slater ended up going to the Panthers and Sewell goes to the Bengals, it makes a ton of sense. But with Slater there, it makes it. I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't care because now I'm in a mindset now of do we go one of these two guys?
Oh, jeez.
We're not going to go either of them.
This is where it's fun.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to happen. They're right there, and then we pick the exact opposite. I think we might just well
Kellen
rock,
Mond.
paper, scissors for who to take at 12 at this point.
This is hard for me because I've already been on the record of DeVonta Smith wearing a gold jacket when it's all said and done, and I love Michael Parsons. Love him. So to me, you can't go wrong here with one of the two. Oh, I think they go DeVonta Smith.
Yeah, Smith is the obvious choice to me.
I also think it's Smith, but I'll be glad if they also take Parsons as well.
I mean,
I'll be
Parsons
glad
would
either
be
way.
a nice surprise, but if we already know the history. I think we've talked about this multiple times on this show.
Yep.
You know, what I mean, they don't take linebackers in their first round pick. They just don't. That's what the Eagles are. I understand the Parsons pick, but it's going to be Smith. You get your smooth route runner, you get your true kind of number one receiver. Even though they've taken receivers before high, I just think Smith is a no miss. You know what I mean? Pick here.
Listen, I've said I think he's better than Jamar Chase. And that's not a shot at Chase. That's not a slight at Jamar Chase. People take it personal. It's not a slight at him. I think Jamar Chase is a pimp too. But I just look at route running and what translates automatically. And if you can run routes like a Jerry Jeudy can, I mean, Smith is right on the level of Jerry Jeudy route running. That's how he gets open like he does. And when the best player, when the guy who's considered better than you gets hurt, and all you do is up production, when now everybody's more focused on you, it tells me a lot about you. He could have wrestled the laurels after his freshman year. I mean, that catching the championship game right there, you never got to work again, really, right? And all he did was get better and better and better and better. And I think he's a can't miss wide receiver in this draft. I don't care if he's a $150. He gets open. He's been able to take hits in the SEC. And he's only going to get bigger in the NFL. I care about his height more than I care about his size right now in terms of weight. He's 6'1", and the guy gets wide open. And the best thing for Jalen Reagor is a number one wide receiver around him. And I think it only helps Jalen Reagor, which helps Jalen Hurts, which helps this football team moving forward.
And don't quote me on this one. And I'm trying to remember because they did you know how they do that sports science shit with some of these receivers, and they did a sports science with him. So I think his wingspan is just, if not bigger than Julio. I think his cutting and his route ability is like Diggs. And what was the other one that was good? Hand size was bigger than Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another one that I can't think of off the top of my head. But at the end of the day, I used to say that he reminds me a lot about Keenan Allen. But I think he's more Diggs than he is Allen.
Yeah.
I think he's more Diggs. He's got short enough hands. Route running is excellent, and he knows how to pinpoint the ball. That was the other stat. The other stat was that he has better pinpoint the ball than who's on Houston. The receiver. No.
Talk about DeAndre Hopkins.
I'm sorry, not on Cardinals. Hopkins. He's got pinpoint. He can pinpoint the ball like Hopkins, per the sports science. So when you put all that together, he's a no miss.
My comp is sorry, real quick, guys. Just because you were talking comps, and I love that when it comes to this guy. My comp's Marvin Harrison in terms of route running size. It's like such a comp that makes sense. Because Marvin was electric early on. Like don't forget Marvin at year 12, right? Remember Marvin in year 3, 4, 5. I mean, that dude can make every catch, pinpointed, was smaller weight wise. I think he was probably like 6'1" or 6'2", if I'm right. Maybe he was a little bit taller, but The weight?
He was shorter than that. He was almost like he was barely 6.
Are you barely 6?
Yeah, I've seen Marv. Marv drives around Philly a lot. Marv be in the hood.
Yeah.
So Marv ain't that tall, dog. Marv is not that tall.
He went to,
I'm talking about what the book says.
He
You
went
know
to-
the book always lies. DeVonta Smith probably ain't 6'1".
He probably not. He probably not. But he break every goddamn record. He won every award, and he was the Heisman. He's just, to me, I agree with you, Tom. You know what I mean? And it pains me to say that because I never do. But I think he's better than Chase. I'd take him over Chase. If it was both of them there, I'm taking Smith. I like Smith better than Chase.
Because you ask yourself this: if Chase and Smith weighed the same, if their weight was the same, is it even a question?
No question. I think it won. I think overall.
What kind of question is that though? If Darren
All right, not even if they're the same.
everyone-
If Smith had 10 pounds on him, or Smith weighed the same as Jalen Waddle, because Waddle's 183 or 182.
Mm-hmm.
If he had 15 more pounds on him, is it even a question? Are we just? Is the national media just disconcerted?
I think the whole narrative about Smith's weight is absolutely bogus. I think it's so dumb that it's getting to this point. Like I had my one friend, and like I love him to death, but he's an idiot sometimes. He's talking about, I don't see DeVonta Smith being anything better than a Mohamed Sanu. Like, get out of here. Like, stop it. Like, I'm done with all these stupid takes.
They're not even the same
is a
receiver.
stud.
Mohamed Sanu is gigantic.
I know. That's what
They're
I'm
not
saying.
even the same type of receiver.
I'm tired of all this, like, the slander. It's
that's why
dumb.
Chrome's not on the show tonight.
When it comes down to it, and Pete, I know you've heard me talk about this. Weight is one thing, but what are we talking about really when it translates to the football field? You're talking about play strength. And DeVonta Smith's play strength on the field is a lot better than what his weight indicates. He's not afraid of contact, and he will fight through contact better than most people give him credit for. Absolutely. I like DeVonta Smith a lot, and he's one of my guys here that I would absolutely be perfectly happy with. There are a lot of comps. People say Marvin Harrison, Chad Johnson. I think those are all fair comps. Like I've heard also like a taller and better Emmanuel Sanders, which I can understand too. Like those are all very fair comps. DeVonta Smith for me, like I think I've come around even more. I think DeVonta Smith might be like I have 4 guys that I'd be happy with at 12. I think DeVonta Smith is now at the top of what I prefer. I think I prefer DeVonta Smith over Horn by a little bit, and then so it's Smith, Horn, Waddle, and Surtain. Those are my 4. But Smith, man, like I'm so sick of the narrative. I'm so tired of it, of his weight, It's not a problem because when he's at the line, look at his numbers against press coverage in college. No one could freaking touch him at the line. They always say, you're going to jam him. He's too light. When he's that quick, his release is that quick, you're not going to touch him. You can't get a hand on him. That was the narrative with Harrison. That was the narrative with Chad Johnson. Why they were so great is because, they were skinny and light, but they're so quick, you can't touch them. You can't jam them. So
what matters is this. He doesn't play like he's 162, 163. He just doesn't. He's way too physical for it, and that's what matters. That's why I always get in arguments, and I roll my eyes when people say, so-and-so's small, so-and-so is quick, so-and-so ran this in the combine. Well, if he doesn't play fast or quick or strong or physical, it doesn't matter what he did.
Exactly.
There's guys on Instagram, right? There's accounts because they're big businesses, and one's a footwork king, right? Well, why do they have footwork kings out there for D-backs, right? Running backs, wide receivers? Because I don't give a shit what size you are. If them puppies work and you can run routes and like they talk about like crossovers in basketball now, like getting off the line of scrimmage, right? And almost like the inside hand exchange, right? Everybody remembers the inside hand exchange that played a little basketball before, right? So those things are now like what wide receivers are doing. They get off of press coverage more so than even being handsy, where they'll cross you up. You see Stephon Diggs do it. You see a lot of guys do it now where they almost have the hesitations and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, this guy's the real deal Holyfield. He can't fucking miss. And if they don't take him or Parsons at 12 and they're both there, I might get arrested too.
You mean like Rashawn Slater?
Yup.
Or Quiddy Pay?
Yup. And they're going to spin it and say, well, you went up front. Fuck you.
God.
I want Parsons. Defense wins championships, and he's a difference maker, and he will absolutely change our defense. If we're scoring 21 points on the offensive side of the ball, but our defense is giving up 14, 16, 17, we're winning football games like that.
So
that's
you
why I
want
go
Parsons,
yes.
But where do they go here?
Slater. They're going Slater.
That's exactly my. That's exactly my.
Can I ask you?
I completely agree.
Sorry, it's out to Jay.
Oh, Jay.
Super chat. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jay.
Change it for the Eagles. Just need Howie not to screw it up. Real talk.
I'll just ask you guys this real quick. Give me your percentage chance that the Eagles take Parsons if he's there at 12.
5.
1.
I'm saying
Realistic?
I'll say 2. Yeah, no, realistic.
1%.
25%.
7.
I think it's more like 40.
25.
10%.
I'm going to say 10.
Show us you changed then. Like Jimmy, show us you changed as an organization, right? Show me you value something that every top 5, top 10 defense needs in the National Football League. Just show me you valued it. Because when our defense was good in 2017, Nigel Bradham could play. Just a newsflash, everybody.
Yeah.
All right? So you got to value it at some point. Now,
and so did Michael Kendricks. Michael Kendricks was able to play then too.
Just value it. Like I think Parsons changed the defense for the next 10 years. I think DeVonta Smith changes your offense for the next 10 years. Then both of them are can't misses. So just don't screw it up. Take one of the two, and I'll be 6 at midnight all night long in my bed when I go in from the draft. All right? One of the two.
And we joke. I would say, hopefully, we joke about the Slater and the Quiddy Pay thing. But if DeVonta Smith is on the board and all this plays out the way it has tonight, if it does the same tomorrow, my real fear, and it's not because I don't think he's a good player, my real fear is that it's J.C. Horn here. That they take J.C. Horn over DeVonta Smith. And again, I like J.C. Horn.
Yeah, I also like J.C. Horn too.
Yeah, I do too.
I like Horn, but not at 12.
Not instead of Smith.
Let me tell you guys something. If they go anybody but them two, you can J.C. Horn me, you can Slater me, you can who am I missing? Anybody.
Quiddy.
The offensive, the D tackle from Bama, Barsmore, I think.
Barrymore, Christian Barrymore.
Barrymore, yeah. Right? Any of them guys. And I'm flipping the fuck out. Flipping out. Trade back then. If you're going to get cute, J.C. Horn, I trade back for too. You don't have to take him at 12. Feel the board. I don't think somebody's going to take him. Who's at 13? I don't even freaking know.
The Chargers.
Chargers. Possibly, but they need, if Slater's there, they're probably taking him. So, listen, just be smart one time. 40 boy, we appreciate it. I don't know who will be there, but Parsons is predicted to fall. Take him, call it a night, feeling ballsy. Trade up, take Najee, go to bed. Stop it. Don't do this.
Oh, God. Parsons and Najee. Oh, God.
Money. You're giving me money, and you're taking all my balls at the same time. Okay. Listen, Parsons to me is a stud. I mean, there's no difference. There's no argument with it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Anybody else got anything before we?
No, I mean, to me, Smith is Reggie Wayne, but could be better.
Ooh.
I sign up for that for consistency all day.
I signed. What's that equal? P gold jacket.
Right. Yeah, I'm about to say better than Reggie Wayne. What the fuck? That's huge.
Yeah. I hope he's like a Chad Johnson, which I think he is. You know, I love Chad Johnson's game, and I think that I see so much similarities between the two. So I'd love Smith. I just think the last thing I'll say is I know none of you guys probably like Horn as much as I do because I still would really like Horn. I think he's better than what most of you guys are giving him credit for. If I'm on an island with that, that's fine. But I would be happy with Smith or Horn. I think those are the top two on my wish list. Is Smith
over Parsons? You rather have Horn over Parsons?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want to bet me some money?
I think Horn. There are. I've not only done my own studying, but you guys know I also follow and listen to a lot of other scouts and draft evaluators. There are a lot of draft evaluators that have Horn as CB1. So I mean, I don't have him as CB1, and we'll get into that later because Pete and I agree on CB1. But I mean, it's Horn. I think Horn is not getting. I think with people, some people, you have to understand that with Horn, he got beat by Smith his junior year or like the year before, and he got torched by him. But after that is when he learned how to get really physical. Now, a lot of coaches say, a lot of people say, like, he's too grabby. And yes, that's true. But a lot of coaches also say that's easily coachable. And you want him to have that dog, that physical mentality as a corner over not being physical enough.
And that's fine.
Again, I'm not saying you have to have Horn as your CB1. I'm merely saying, like, I don't think Horn is as bad as most of you are saying he is.
No, he's not bad. See, that's where we get.
Oh, this is where I get wound up. Nobody's saying he's bad. I'm saying you can get him at 15 on.
No. I'm saying because you're saying trade back to get him. You're saying trade back to get Horn. What I'm saying is at 12, I think that's still good value.
Not with that talent there. Not with
DeVonta there. Now with DeVonta and Parsons.
I'm not even disagreeing. I said I want DeVonta over Horn.
Well, Parsons though. Parsons.
I would take Horn over Parsons.
It's crazy. I'm saying it, but I actually agree. I would take Horn over Parsons too.
You're crazy.
I would take Horn over Parsons.
You're stepping, Nate.
No.
I mean, my cup is done, so I ain't.
It's gone.
It's gone. So maybe it might be a little something else. But if you think about it, the only reason why I would because Pitts came out and said that Horn was the toughest cover. Right? You know what I mean? He was the toughest cover. You had to work for it. So I understand that, but can Horn – I think we're also forgetting that the new scheme of defense, the defense is coming in here with that zone-type scheme. Can Horn play in that? No, it's kind of the question.
Right.
Not if he's got to fit that zone pressure, that zone scheme. Not everybody is a zone corner, right? Sherman, Richard Sherman wasn't a real man guy. He was a zone corner. The question is, can Horn do it? But would I be mad? Like, if Smith's there, I want Smith.
Yes.
But if it's Horn versus Parsons, I want Horn. I would take Horn over Parsons for sure.
Fine. These are semantics. Sam said cornerback more a linebacker. That's not goddamn semantics. Okay, that's not semantics. They say, like we need a linebacker. I'm not taking Parsons because of need. I'm taking Parsons because I got him 2 on my board. I think he's a fucking pimp. Yep. I think he's a monster. He's a monster.
Fine, yeah. He could come in and fill in that Malcolm Jenkins role that we lost last year, and it really killed us. Parsons.
You just said Malcolm Jenkins.
He could fill in that.
I would say that
is more of the Malcolm Jenkins
from Notre Dame would be more like that.
Not that
I need some more of this cut, man. If you just said Malcolm Jenkins,
he could play the Malcolm Jenkins role because we obviously lost it last year.
Joker can play the Malcolm Jenkins role if we take him. Parsons is not that type. Parsons is your traditional middle linebacker. He has range, but you don't move around the formation like Joker. Those are two different types of linebacker. Malcolm Jenkins, if you're talking about a role that moves around, covers the slot, that's Joker all day, not Parsons.
4-3-8.
Yeah, no. He's running a 4-3-8, and Joker's the traditional middle linebacker.
He's a traditional middle linebacker, but he can cover any tight end.
I'm not saying he can't cover as a middle linebacker. I'm saying their playing styles. You're talking about a movable piece. Malcolm Jenkins was a movable piece all along the formation.
Like a Parsons running a 4-3.
That's the evaluation on Joker, not Parsons.
We love the straightaway speed, but you got to think about, first of all, understand Michael Parsons. He was a track star, right? So he knows how to run. So that's the first thing. And second of all, it doesn't really mean there's game speed, and then obviously there's workout warrior 40 speed, right?
Yes.
Sean Ling was slow with balls, but Sean Ling would track your ass down. You think Trotter was running a 4-3?
Doesn't matter. Nate, that doesn't matter. He's proven it on the field what kind of player he is.
Right. He has game tape that backs it up. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking like 4-3 speed. Like, there's a lot of linebackers that run fast like that. You know,
not 4-3 speed.
4-3.
That's 4-3 in a straight line with a change of direction. Where Joker is straight. Like, it's different.
I'm not even talking about
Joker's the traditional middle linebacker.
I'm not even talking about speed for linebacker.
I'm just saying that.
I'm not even saying Parsons isn't a stud. Parsons is a stud. What I'm saying is, if you're talking about specifically the Malcolm Jenkins role, and Malcolm Jenkins was
who played in the box.
He is played in the box. That's Joker. That's Jeremiah or Wusa-Koramoah. That's not Parsons. Parsons is more like your key.
Parsons a linebacker, man.
Okay, and then you're talking about different situations, more different roles. I'm not saying that both of them are studs. Both of them, Joker, Parsons, they are awesome, but they're different types of players. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't look at him as Malcolm. I look at him as I got my middle linebacker finally. That's how I look at it. And
right. Key word. Finally.
You can look. You can sell me on anything you want to sell me on. Don't matter because I'm like in the building, so it don't matter. I'm excited. I'm giddy. But let's see what the.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a Parsons fan.
I want to bet you money.
I'm not a Parsons fan.
Throw the money up.
I'm not a Parsons fan.
Who has a better career, J.C. Horn or Michael Parsons? Who gets more All Pro nominees?
Ooh,
Who gets more All Pro nominees? Because I'll go Mike.
It's count where Horn goes.
All right, you guys ready?
Andy, hit the friggin' button. Hit the button.
All right, here we go.
Hit the button.
Just hit the
Sometimes
button.
the charm, Rashawn Slater.
Hit the button.
JC Horn.
Of course.
Shocks, give us the reaction, Shocks.
Good night, everybody.
Let me
All right,
hold
on that
I
note.
wanted Smith. I wanted Smith. I want Smith, not Horn.
So back to that poll question.
Yeah, right. Back to the poll question.
It should be with the 2021 A2D
Now
not
we agree.
draft.
If
You
a
agree or
computer
disagree
somehow
now, Nate?
manages to break our hearts, then we're probably in for a very difficult Thursday.
Maybe not. 'Cause
If
last
Smith's
year-
there, there's no way they don't take Smith.
Last
You know what I mean? If Smith's there, there's no way they don't take Smith for sure.
the simulator was on our side.
This is a good. Yeah, this
You
is
had
good.
one job simulator.
No.
One job.
Frank. This gets it out of the way. This
Yeah.
means Horn's not getting taken tomorrow.
Listen. We just had a prayer service. You see what just happened here? Right on right live on A2D. We changed the culture ourselves. We changed the culture through a simulator ourselves. Last year, the simulator, we were all giddy. We were all, you know what I mean? Now we're not that we don't like JC Horn. There's just other guys like DeVonta Smith that we all like better in this spot. So now we're going, what? It's not a bad pick, but you probably could have got him at 15 or 16 and just acquired more assets.
Exactly.
A nerd. You could have acquired him a little bit later and acquired some more stuff. Not a shot. And then maybe you can get back up in the first round and get Najee. And then I'm in love with your picks, right? So you got wiggle room here with them. So I'll say right now, maybe they hit tomorrow night, guys. Maybe this is, like Rye said, we got it out of the way.
We got it out of the way. We got all
Put it in
the
the universe so it doesn't happen.
Have
Get
faith,
it out of your system
man.
right now.
Have
And
faith,
at the end of the
A2D
day-
radio family. No, I think they might surprise you. I think the way the board might fall, I think they'll be all right.
And at the end of the day, we still didn't take a linebacker. Yeah.
We're
I
not
like
taking a linebacker.
They're not picking a linebacker. It's the
I like
Eagles.
that they took a corner. I dislike it's not the corner that I would prefer.
Yeah. I'm glad it's a corner, but then it tells me, all right, what are we going to do for the next pick? Are we going to go receiver? Are we going to go with the beloved linebacker?
I don't care.
No, we might take a backup quarterback. I don't know what we're going to do with the next pick.
I don't care after that.
I want
I know.
Travis
Told me
Etienne.
You're still taking guys a little bit earlier than they're slotted, and you haven't learned your lesson with that. That's what that tells me. Just a little bit. Again, I got them 15 on. I just don't look at the teams. Maybe Minnesota takes them at 14. I don't know. They got a lot of holes too. You know what I mean? They got holes all over too on their defense. So they have a lot of things they need.
Yeah,
So-
there's no way the board drops like this, man. There's
Do
no
we?
No.
Yeah,
Patriots
there's no
will
way.
take
No.
them. Patriots
Do we
are
all-
Cardinals could take them. That's the team. That's 16 that I can see J.C. Horn go to for sure, because they need them. They losing Patrick Peterson on that defense, so I could see him going there. But whatever.
Do we all see the Chargers taking Slater here?
I see-
I can see Slater. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
I see a trade. I see the Patriots coming up to get Smith.
I said, I don't more.
See, I don't think they need to trade
I'm
up
so
here.
hurt.
I don't think the Patriots would need to trade up here because the next two teams don't need receivers.
I don't know.
Where do you see need for receiver?
Minnesota could go with Smith. Pair him up with Thielen and Justin Jefferson.
I think San Diego could take him too. Why can't San Diego take him?
There's bigger needs. They need to protect a quarterback and they need a second cornerback. And then for the Vikings, they need to rebuild their entire defense. They need to rebuild.
Well, so does Dallas, and Dallas went with Jalen Waddle.
Well, that's the computer. I'm talking about.
If we look at
let's
this draft,
read the computer.
there's a reason why Slater's falling, right? Like if we're looking at this and we're using this as our mouth, there's a reason why Slater's falling. So as a GM, if you want to play GM, Slater's falling for a reason. So I'm taking the best available, which would either be Smith or Parsons. I think I mean, they could go Smith here. I don't see why they wouldn't. If he's a no miss, right? He's a no miss. You put him on Mike Williams and Allen.
And Mike Williams, they just picked up. They just picked up the 1 year. So he's a free agent after next year. So it's not like crazy. You know what I mean?
No, makes sense. That makes sense.
And again, you look at draft boards the way they fall, right? The Chargers and Vikings probably aren't thinking about Smith, but when it falls like this, then they're like, oh, well, why not? Right? I mean, they probably pick up Mike Williams because they don't think that they have the ability to get one of the top 3 wide receivers. Yeah. And that drop from, as it plays out here, Smith to the next guy is pretty drastic. So they were thinking something else. The board falls the way it does like this. Yeah, the Chargers, Vikings, obviously Patriots, they're all in play now for both guys, Parsons and Smith.
Yeah, let's see
or the Cardinals jump up for Parsons. Either or.
A teammate with Isaiah Simmons. Ooh, talk about some athletic.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what the Chargers do.
Slater.
Yep. Makes sense.
Okay.
Good value there, too. Good value.
Vikings, I'm saying DeVonta Smith.
Quiddy pay.
Micah Parsons.
I'm going Parsons here. Yeah. I mean, they just lost Alex, the guy we just signed.
Yep.
Yo, there's no way DeVonta Smith drops to like 14, 15.
I know. We should
There's
have.
no way. It's ridiculous right now.
I don't think the computer is going to say Quiddy pay because they have him ranked really low. But I really do believe that it's going to be Quiddy pay tomorrow. It's going to be defense. I would be very surprised if it's offense for the Vikings.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
It wouldn't shock me to see Barrymore here.
Ooh.
Quiddy pay.
Quiddy pay.
Damn, right.
Wow, they actually went with him.
Yeah.
Wow, they have Brandon Graham.
I don't think the computer's that outlandish tonight. Like, I mean, this board falls just like this in a way. Like, it's not crazy. Teams reach, teams do this. It's just the way it goes. So,
I think this is the easiest pick in the world for the Patriots.
Yeah, Kellen Mond.
Yeah.
No, it's Devontae.
I think, it's Devontae. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Who's throwing him the football, though?
Cam Newton.
Good thought.
Parsons or Joker?
Joker, too, yeah. I can see Joker.
Patriots take Smith.
Yep.
Well, rich get richer.
Yeah, Cardinals are now taking.
Yeah.
Taking Micah Parsons.
Yeah, this is sure.
Yeah, you could either go with Parsons. If Parsons is not on the board, I could see them take Joke.
Or
Christian
go,
Barrymore.
you know what? Go Newsome.
No. Najee Harris.
Honestly,
Interesting.
I think the Eagles could trade up, get back into the first round. Parsons still there.
At 16?
Get back into the first round.
Here?
Trade everything to go get Parsons?
Yeah,
trade
absolutely.
everything we
Not
just
at
gained?
16.
Good swing, Reese.
No, I think it's Najee here, to be honest.
No, they could take Khalid. The other, what's that corner from? What was he from? Virginia Tech.
Farley.
Yeah.
They could.
Here we go.
Corner.
Barrymore.
Cardinals are taking.
Joker.
I'm not even trying.
Wow.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Match
There you
him with
go.
Isaiah Simmons, so they're going to be something.
Actually,
the thing is, like with the Cardinals, they didn't know how to use Isaiah Simmons last year. What makes us believe they'll know how to use Joker this year? I don't know.
I think Isaiah Simmons went through like a developmental stage last year. They also had a crap ton of linebackers on that roster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was part of. Sorry, Jimmy.
Go ahead. No, it's okay.
No, I was saying that was part of the quote unquote knock on Simmons, right? What position was he?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that goes to that goes to play in with kind of an adjustment period in how do we play and how do we use this just uber athletic type of player.
Yep.
I don't think the Cardinals. I forget the defensive coordinator's name. I just don't think the Cardinals defensive coordinator is the type of coordinator who. That's why the pick didn't make sense to me. It's like you need a defensive coordinator who's creative enough to use Isaiah Simmons, knows how to deploy a guy like that. And with Joker, not the same type of versatility as Simmons, but you're still talking about a player who can move around the formation. Will Arizona's defensive coordinator know how to use them properly? It's that type of that thing that I'm always wondering. Like a defense like the Patriots that knows how to move different things and use different pieces like that. That makes sense. Cardinals, I don't know, but I mean, it wouldn't be a bad pick for them. Just yeah.
What are the Raiders going to do?
Parsons.
Yeah,
Parsons.
take Parsons. Best
Parsons
player available, take him.
Tucker. They can
Miro Farley.
They need offensive line help.
Yeah, so look at Elijah Vera Tucker right here too.
I like Parsons. Makes sense.
Going Farley.
Parsons, but
Let's find out.
This Sim don't like Parsons.
Raiders are taking. Oh, there was a trade.
Ooh,
Wow.
Saints got oh my god.
Damn.
got back up.
Wow.
He's got Saints traded up, pick 28 to the Raiders, pick 60, pick 133. They go up and get Michael Parsons. So
Holy shit.
good deal for the Saints.
That's
Tom,
a great
Tom-
deal for the Saints.
And that's
Yeah.
Go ahead, Greg.
no, I was gonna say that we're in that area where we expected something like this was gonna happen, right? When a guy like Parsons or even like Smith, when he falls towards New England, somebody jumps up when they see that, and the Saints have never been shy to do that, and so that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, good to see a team finally value him.
Who did the Dolphins get with their first pick?
Jamar Chase.
Go back up.
They want Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase.
Okay.
You see Tucker go here. I mean, shit.
Yeah, I could see Elijah Vera Tucker.
Elijah Vera Tucker.
Maybe a Najee Harris.
I would.
I was about to say Najee Harris.
I would love. I mean, for Dolphins fans, I mean, you go get Chase and Harris in this draft. Good for you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is the
And then you pair him up with Tua again.
Oh God.
Now you had to go ruin a good time, Jimmy.
A whole bunch it's a committee in Miami for the running back.
And now it's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was. Now it's not.
Currently, right now, it's Myles Gaskin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'll be Najee Harris.
That's no one. They don't have
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they take Harris here. You might be able to get somebody. I wonder what second round picks they have. I'm not sure.
a lot, right?
I think they have two.
Andy, click the Dolphins logo.
The dudes from North Carolina are.
Yeah, look at that.
36
They
pick
got 50, 36, 50, 81.
and the 50th.
Yeah, you don't have to take a running back here. You know what I mean? Like the guys from North Carolina, they're going to translate well into the NFL too.
Yeah, they can get Javonte later.
Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
Vera Tucker makes too much sense.
Let's find out.
Could be Barmore too.
Dolphins go.
Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
Wow.
ETN.
I was saying I wanted him. I want him in the second round for us.
That's a
but-
reach.
No, no, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a reach
I
for the
agree.
first round, but not a reach in the second.
A lot of
Big
people
time.
have him as RB1. I don't have him as RB1.
I see
I
him.
really
Scott, this
I
happens
see.
to-
I see Travis Etienne coming out as an Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But then he's not. Then he's not a reach if he's Kamara.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I want him. That's why I want us to get him as our second round pick because I see him
think
being the Alvin
think
Kamara.
With ETN, I think you have to. I don't think he's a volume carrier. I think he can. With Kamara, he was a more proven receiver coming out of college, and he's a proven receiver now. Obviously, with ETN, I think he's improved greatly as a receiver, but he's also Clemson still didn't use him a lot as a receiver. So I think that's where my question mark is with ETN. It's like, you're not a volume carrier. Your role in the next level is going to be like a Kamara, where you're going to be tasked splitting carries and catches. But are you really as good of a receiver now that we hope you are? So that's where my question mark with ETN is. I don't think that he is as well-rounded as a Najee Harris. That's why I have Najee Harris above him.
I just think if you pair ATM with Miles Sanders, it'll help out Jalen Hurts a lot, especially with our offensive line, assuming coming back healthy. I think that would be.
It
awesome.
would, but knowing all the needs that the Eagles have, I don't think they would go running back earlier than round 4 or 5.
We've seen crazier things.
What do we see the Panthers doing here? I'll say it again. They didn't go O-line earlier, so I'll go very.
Yeah, I'm going to go what's his face? I'm going to go Tucker here at 19.
Did they take Lance?
I'll go.
Is that
I'll
what
go
they
with
did?
Vera Tucker. No, they traded the pick.
Oh, they traded
to
the
get
pick.
Trey
Okay.
Lance.
Okay.
Yeah, Tucker.
I'm going to say Vera Tucker as well.
Let's find out.
Very Tucker.
Panthers take.
They
Another
traded
damn
again.
trade.
What the hell again? The Bucks get Najee Harris.
32, 64, 95.
Wow.
Wow.
I'll lose
Damn.
my freaking mind.
Dude,
So 2 running backs.
Wow.
back to
Super Bowl
back.
champions get him.
Yeah,
And they already re-signed. They're already bringing back everybody
Ronald
Yeah,
Jones and
exactly.
Leonard Fournette.
on the roster.
That would
from,
make
from
zero
the Super
sense.
Bowl team.
I'm going to be sick.
And I
That's
think, Greg, I
insane.
think they're the
And
first
they
team to
need
do that
interior
ever.
D-line help.
Yes,
NFL
salary
history,
cap
too.
error. Yep.
Why did
You're
the
right,
Super Bowl
Ralph.
champs always draft a running back the following year? I just never understood that. Like you got to retool on the offensive defensive lines. That's what killed the Chiefs. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, but Tampa Bay went young offensive lineman last year.
They didn't lose anybody
Yeah.
on their offensive line, and they brought everyone back on their defensive line.
They're loaded.
I don't
They're
know.
Yeah, they
loaded.
are loaded. I was about to say the same thing. They're fucking loaded.
Yeah.
So what does Chicago do?
Bateman.
Yeah, I'll go with Rashad
Bateman?
Bateman as well.
Yeah.
Mons.
Kellen Mond.
Kellen Mond.
I could see them going Newsom.
The 5th round quarterback taken in the 1st round. What a world we live in.
Yeah, I think they go Newsom here.
All right, here we go. Chicago Bears are taking.
That's not a strike.
Ooh,
Aziz
Aziz
Ojulari.
Ojulari.
Aziz Ojulari.
God bless you.
Defender.
No shit.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
Oh God, we got 2 of those guys.
Oh, who's Carson going to get?
He could use another offensive lineman. They could go cute and get a wide receiver if they don't believe in Paris Campbell anymore.
Yeah.
Other than that, they really don't need much.
You know, Barmore is a good pick for him, though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always smart to build up the defensive line.
And that's a almost plug and play type of player too. You know what I mean?
Yep. Or
Yep.
Newsom.
All right, here we go.
Could you see Rashad Bateman fitting into that offense as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, for sure.
I could see them. I mean, it could be Elijah Moore here too, but that's a little reachish right now. I don't believe.
Yeah, I think Moore would be more of a reach.
All right, what do we got?
We've got
No,
Christian Barmore.
There you go, Tom.
There you go.
Good call.
Wow, him and what's his face on the interior. That's scary.
Yeah, they traded the 9. Or they got from the Niners. I forget his name.
Yeah, I forget his name. Why can't I think of his name?
DeForest Buckner.
DeForest Buckner.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Buckner,
Yeah.
who had a monster year with them last year, and then now Barmore. That's scary.
Yeah,
The Titans. I don't think they ever replaced Adoree Jackson. So Greg
No.
Newsom or
But they-
Farley would make sense.
Yeah, they desperately need defense.
Yeah,
their
I
defense is
have them go with
terrible.
Yeah, this could be Farley here too.
I don't.
Greg Newsom, Farley.
I don't touch
Yeah, I have
Farley.
those 2 in that range.
I don't touch Farley. That's just me. So it's Newsom for me, but it could easily be Farley.
The
Farley's
Eagles,
the one with the back surgery, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't touch him.
the Eagles will touch Farley in the 2nd round,
Damn right he will. Damn right they will.
just in case JC Horn's a bust.
Yep.
All right, so the Titans are taking.
Newsom.
Newsom.
Yeah, Newsom's a
Newsom.
safe one there.
Greg Newsom.
Greg Newsom. There it is.
Good call, boys.
Smart corner.
Yep.
All right, time to start building the offensive line
Bateman,
for Wilson.
Bateman for the Jets here. They give
Nah,
Zach Wilson a guy he can grow with.
Najee.
That or very
no, Najee's going.
Najee already went.
Najee's going.
Najee
You got to go
went.
offensive line.
You got to go offensive line. You can't do
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, you have Elijah Vera Tucker still on the board.
You can't do what you did to Darnold.
They got to go Tucker.
Yep.
They don't have a choice right now, really.
Tucker,
Or they go with that tackle from Texas, but they got to go somewhere on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
All right, where do they go? Where do the New York Jets go?
They go with
Whoa.
Collins
Ooh.
out of Tulsa.
Oh,
I like him.
Robert Saleh there.
Yeah.
Rob Saleh.
That's why they're the Jets. They just drafted a kid from Tulsa in the first round.
yeah.
With their second pick in the first round now.
Doesn't matter. Kid, he went to Tulsa. He played on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights.
Steelers
By
are
the
on
way,
the clock.
Steelers fan 1 in the chat is going freaking nuts right now. He is not having a good time because both
Yeah, he wanted Najee Harris the whole time.
I feel like we've been saying this name for an hour, but it should be Elijah Vera Tucker. They lost 4 pieces of their O-line.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see, Andy. Click the damn button.
Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, I know. I've already
Jamin
checked out.
Davis.
It's already picked.
Yep.
Elijah Vera Tucker.
Thank you.
Times later.
25 Jaguars.
Jags.
Oh, well, they don't need another wide receiver per se.
No.
Right
I'm
now.
going to go Davis
Yeah, go.
from Kentucky.
I like Jamon Davis there. They could probably use offensive line help, I would assume, too.
Yes.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, you can see a guy like
Tevin
Stan
Jenkins would kinda
Cosme,
be an Urban
Tevin
Meyer guy.
Jenkins.
Tevin Jenkins here.
Yeah.
And you also
Yeah, I'm
remember
thinking Jenkins.
They lost Ngakoue last year, too, so they could go on the edge here.
With Joseph
Find out.
Assad.
Yeah, they could. Now let's see what we got.
Maybe Gregory Rousseau here or somebody like that. No,
Davis.
J.B. Davis.
Out of Kentucky.
Team up with one of the steals of their draft whole career with Miles Jack. I mean, what a stud.
Now, a lot of people have Farley going here.
Trade up.
I think they're going to
in a van down by the river.
I'm not touching Caleb Farley. Because
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm not touching Farley.
Man, listen.
Pete.
Man, listen.
You're going to do something dumb, aren't you?
No, I'm not trading. I see how the board plays out. You know what I mean? But if he's there on the board at 37, it's a no-brainer for me. Fucking run it.
Yep.
Caleb Farley.
Yep.
So Sidney Jones 2.0.
37's different, though. I said not
Preach, Jimmy. Preach, Jimmy.
Sidney Jones 2.0, especially with the way that they develop their corners.
Tom, on our show last week, you were fine with Farley late first. What changed?
Uh-oh.
I just think he's more.
Completely called him out.
How's it calling him out? What's 37 compared to the end of the first round?
No. Because didn't you just say? No, obviously we prefer him 37.
Right.
We went straight up.
First round. That's what I said.
You said, yeah. You just said you wouldn't touch him in the late first round, right?
I'm not touching him right now. The back worries me a little bit. I'm not going to trade up for him per se if I'm the Eagles right now. But if he's there at 37, I got no problem taking him. But to be honest with you, you want a physical corner. There's one going to be sitting there at 37. You can get. So if everybody loves
Pete's mock on our show, Pete's mock was he traded up from 37 to 26 with the Browns. Here in this situation, took Farley, and you said you're all good with it. You're happy with it.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out what changed in
the back. The back continues to be an issue to me. I can't run.
Nothing about his back and news-wise changed from last week to this week.
The more I sat and thought about it, the more I sat and thought about people. Chucks, what changes in guys' fucking 1.0 mock draft, 2.0, 3.0, 5.0?
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to understand your stance.
Just like I changed. Yeah, no, I'm trying to tell you. I'm saying that the back, the more I think about it, concerns me in the first round because I can't have somebody like with a back issue and use that kind of asset on him. That's what worries. Now at 37, I know it's not a difference away, but I don't have to trade up. That's all. Yeah. That's where I separate with that decision now. Like with Pete, I was like, okay, all right. And then the more I thought about the back, I just like, do I trust it? I mean, me and Ryan talked about it on Monday a lot. And it's just like the more I talked about it, the more I like psych myself out. Is that more of like a fair?
Yeah. No, I understand. This is the thing. Like I've done a lot of research into this back thing, and he originally injured it in 2019. All right. he had a minor surgery to fix it. That minor surgery didn't work. So it resurfaced, I think, last year. And he had this latest surgery, which was last month, which is a more invasive, like not more invasive. It's still not a non-invasive surgery, but it was a better surgery to fix the whole problem with his back. And it says it in an article I can describe deeper. But the latest surgery he had was to make sure that it isn't a chronic issue going forward. Whereas the first surgery, it was only like a let's see if this fixes it, and then if not, we'll go with the second surgery. So with the second surgery, it's again, I did a lot of research, and there's doctors say it's about an 80% recovery rate. Now you have to decide.
No, that's
what I'm saying.
Especially if you draft.
Hold on, listen.
No,
you have to decide.
That's not great. You just told me 20% chance of him not 20% chance of him the back not being right.
Yeah, I'm saying that you have to decide, is an 80% recovery from the surgery too high or too low for you? The medical rechecks, he had medical rechecks 2 weeks ago.
You know what a back's different than an ACL, right? Like
no. I know. Back is more concerning. What I'm saying is the medical rechecks 2 weeks ago, all NFL doctors gave him the thumbs up. So it's a matter of where would you want to take that risk? Personally, for me at 37, it's a no-brainer. Like Pete said, me and Pete agree.
But not if you draft J.C. Horn or Surtain at 12.
Yeah. If it's J.C. Horn at 12, then obviously no. But if it's DeVonta Smith at 12, then I'm looking at Farley in the second round.
I might take Asante Samuel Jr. over him. At least I know.
Listen, I know this isn't popular. I don't take him at 37. I don't do it.
No, either do I.
And it has nothing. And here's the funny thing: everyone's going to say, "Oh, you're afraid of Sidney Jones." It has nothing to do with Sidney Jones. Sidney Jones was 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like that's over. That's ACL. Yeah, exactly.
No, he's not a back.
It's the back, and it's the fact that they can't develop cornerbacks, or they do, and then they let them go.
And the medical rechecks does nothing with me because the guy has not played football in 9 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course he's going to be fine right now. Is his back going to be fine week 6 on a short week going into Thursday Night Football? No, you know what I'm saying? The back is as you get older, you're not going to get healthier. You're not going to grow out of something. You know what I'm saying? And they're talking about how they're going to have to go into reconstructive surgery to either be sure it's okay or to make sure it's not happening again. I'm not touching them. I'm not.
And that's where I shifted as of the last week, where I just can't trust it. It's scary.
If we had Slay and
by the way, he's extremely talented. Sorry, he's extremely talented. So nobody's questioning his fucking talent. If they told me 99% chance or 95% chance and above, maybe I'm like, okay. But the 20s, like that's worrisome.
Yeah,
that's all.
And I totally understand. I don't think anyone's foolish for not wanting to touch him. I just think, for me personally, I look at him and his upside is greater than any corner in this league in this draft. Like you're talking about elite upside. That when I see that potential, I'm like, I'm willing to take that risk early second. I'm willing to take that risk. But I understand other people aren't. So that's just my take on it. I think there are also coaches and NFL doctors I've been researching on who have said they're not worried about Farley's back at this point. So I mean, it's a matter of risk assessment. Where are you willing to take a risk on them?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Are you ready?
What are these idiots do?
So the Browns take Farley.
Farley.
That's hilarious.
Interesting.
Computer heard us.
They're a team that can afford to do it. I mean, they got Greedy Williams, Denzel Ward. So and anything that he gives you for them is going to be a plus. It's going to be a benefit.
See, Pete, what you just said is spot on. Like if we as the organization with the Eagles, if we were 1-2 players away, if we were a guaranteed playoff team as far as roster, then I have no issue taking a gamble. I don't. But with the amount of holes we have, how many positions we need to improve on, and also the ability to not be able to afford another risk, that's why I go away from it. It has nothing to do with talent or even the recovery rate. It's that we have so many damn holes to fill so many. It's that you don't need, especially if you already took Horn, you don't need to trade up for another cornerback. You don't, especially because, to Tom's point, there's 3 or 4 guys I like later that I can get after 37, let alone at 37.
Asante Samuel, Tyson Campbell. I like them both too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
I get it.
All right, and the Ravens.
I mean, they don't like throwing the football, but I mean, Bateman would be good here.
Yeah. I also think Bateman would be a good choice.
And they just traded Orlando Brown, correct? Last week.
Yes.
They are signing. Not that it makes that much of a difference. They're signing Villanueva.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they're the Ravens. You know they're always on the defensive prowl as well. So
And remember too, they aren't afraid to improve a position that they're already really good at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We saw that last year.
We saw it twice, Ralphie.
Cosby here. I think they go offensive line.
I think they go away from Penn State.
Let's find out.
I'm with you, Jimmy.
They like football. They enjoy running the football.
Tevin Jenkins.
Wow.
There you
go,
Pete.
There you go, Pete.
Wow.
There you go, Pete.
Evan Jenkins.
All right, so
At the last second.
their trade now. They got to go offensive line, right? I mean,
the Raiders. I can see him going safety here. Trayvon Murray here, it makes sense.
Yeah, Murray. Yeah,
Gregory Rousseau is our Vegas Raiders move.
Rousseau? Yeah.
Sounds like a game.
offensive line help big time. So I don't know how they pass up on it again. But
Cosme.
We'll see.
Murray, Cosme, Radins. I mean,
Who ran before we hit this? Who ran the fastest 40 of the pro days? And is he still available?
Oh.
I don't care what position.
Wasn't it Jason Owe?
Was it Owe?
I have no idea.
Oh, it was like some freakish time.
Oh, he was out of control. Here we go. Raiders go Owe.
Here we go.
Cosme.
There you go.
Cosme.
Bateman.
Yeah, Bateman and go to bed.
Are they actually going to give Aaron
Rodgers a weapon?
They're about to trade out.
Another one.
They're about to trade out of here.
Trade out.
This is going to be the Eagles right here.
Or go for somebody they don't.
Yeah, this is when the Eagles trade up and get Rousseau.
It's Bateman.
God, please.
Either him or Marshall.
Jalen Phillips.
Oh Lord.
Oh jeez.
And they still didn't give Rodgers another weapon.
I mean, can you request a trade? Go host. Go host.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I trade everything for Rodgers.
Getting the button now.
Jimmy's like, all right.
We're just wrapping up.
Okay.
We'll see what these teams do.
Marshall.
Marshall. Okay.
Let's see what the Eagles do.
All right. Wow.
Go to the Eagles.
All right.
Go to the Eagles.
And
just keep going to the Eagles.
Go to the Eagles so we can freak out again.
Would you trade back into the first round to get Bateman at 32 though?
Denver just got traded up for Rousseau.
Yes, I would for Bateman. Yes.
Stop before the Eagles, though. You know what I mean? For 1 second.
Oh, Kadarius Toney. The Lions traded in.
Oh, Javonte Williams.
So
one.
They traded with the Jags. Jags got the 40th pick in the third for 22.
Andy, can you scroll down a little bit on the players available, please?
Yeah, give me 1 second. The Dolphins got 41 and 112.
Also, what did
Tony?
What did the Panthers give up for Bateman?
Who cares?
Let's see.
Right.
Oh, it was that.
That was the Najee Harris
Yeah,
pick.
Najee Harris.
Let's talk about the birds.
Ryan, what are you looking for?
Is Elijah Moore still available?
Yeah.
Elijah Moore. Yes.
I think that would be the pick. It's probably not going to say it here because he's ranked so low, but I think that would probably be the pick here.
Go back up real quick.
I like Javonte Williams.
Oh God! I mean, I'll do that in 5 seconds.
I like Javonte. Yeah.
I just don't think they would do that.
Yeah, I don't think they would. I love Javonte.
There's 2 guys that I like, Phillips and Williams.
I like Williams.
I would think they would go Phillips over Williams, knowing them.
Yeah,
right.
They would go
right,
Phillips over Williams.
Leatherwood's a possibility too, because they think long term with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Piss me off.
That would make me.
Oh, hi, doggy.
But he can play, but he's hurt.
Yeah. Freiermuth.
Oh, the Washington guy, obviously, because they love that school.
I like that.
Levi's
Levi?
Phillips to me would be a good pick here. I mean,
Yeah, Phillips would. I hate to say it, but Phillips would.
I don't think Phillips is falling this way.
I'd even be cool with Melfonwu here because he's a big cornerback.
Take 2 corners in a heartbeat. You don't got.
And he's a good complement to J.C. Horn. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're both physical, which is nice.
Yeah.
I love guys that get handsy. So, I got Horn's my second best corner. So it's not like we just all talked about that. There's too many guys.
If this is the board on Friday night, if this is how it plays out, I'm feeling real good because there's a lot of people here.
I take them, and I got no problem with Williams. I think we all agree. Like, we're not taking a tight end. So the D tackle is a possibility. Phillips is a possibility. Like,
watch them go with Freiermuth.
That's why I joke when he said it. But I absolutely believe
I would not be
Freiermuth.
surprised to go Freiermuth. I like Freiermuth, but I don't see us
drafting anybody.
Hey, that 12 and 13 personnel. I'm
not drafting anybody named Pat Freiermuth. Okay,
I'll bring like somebody out of the Robin Hood playbook.
He can't play. I'll just book that right now. He can't play.
Well, Penn State too, so we know that.
All right, am I clicking it?
Yep.
Javante, come on.
Here we go.
Let's get heartbroken again.
Hello, darkness.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Wait.
Sadly, this means it's
Let's
not happening
go.
tomorrow.
Let's go.
No, wait, no, that means we're not doing it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Greg's the only smart one in here.
No, this was extra. Remember, this wasn't planned. This was extra.
Okay, so this doesn't count. Yeah, this doesn't count.
We are fine.
Has this been our 2.5 hour long prayer service?
Yes, and we are going to wrap this up because
This is like a bar mitzvah.
Yeah, we can do it again tomorrow for real. And my voice hurts. So, we got to regroup. What's the response going to be tomorrow as a group? I'm sure it's going to be great. Great dress rehearsal, boys. A lot of fun.
Yes.
We like this draft. I probably give it a because of the guys there. I probably give it a B-.
Yeah.
It can't get an A from me because I didn't think you went A in the first round for what's there. But I think you got a damn good player. So I think you're like a B-.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't think you would go to the NovaCare. I don't think you would get arrested over these 2 picks.
I like the drafting of one of the top 3 running backs. I love that.
Yeah, solid.
I think that's a great compliment to Miles, and it'll be certainly a great compliment to Hurts. So,
Are we trying to be solid? That's the question.
Well,
it's an improvement over last year, Tom.
Solid's better than
Our
incompetent.
Our bar is low, which is fine. But I like the Williams pick. It's a great compliment to Miles. So we'll see where it goes. Tomorrow night, catch us live. 8:15. Between 8 and 8:15, we're coming on. We know what Jacksonville's doing. We know what the Jets are doing. So, we're going to come in hot, and we'll get the party started, probably around them picks. If not, the worst case, the Niners, which really matters. That's when the draft starts.
Yeah.
For anybody watching at home, draft starts when the Niners pick.
How much time is it in between picks? Like, how much time is on the clock? 10 minutes, 15?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
5?
Oh, wow.
5 or 10?
I thought it was 10.
I don't think. Is it 10?
Yeah, it's
thought it was
like
5.
10. It's 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rush job. I mean, 5 might be better for us. You know what I mean? Like, get it out. Get it out. Don't think about it.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Great shit.
Yeah.
Andy, thank you, Kamish.
Always, sir. Appreciate you having me.
You didn't screw up too bad.
Appreciate
Hey,
it.
hey, black man, let's do it again.
Yes. Let's do it. I like 25.
Let's do it again sometime.
Hey, black man. Let's do it again.
Hey, bro, give me a pound. Give me a pound. Give you a pound. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Appreciate that.
Let's go.
Tried to expose A2D earlier and threw you under the bus. He's now a white man. If you listen. Yeah, this was fun now. This is fun.
Yeah,
last year was crazy because we had nothing else to watch. So this was
Nothing.
this was even.
That's so crazy. Yeah.
We did 3 rounds of this last year.
I know.
You remember the Houston picks?
Oh, God. The Houston pick was the best.
It's not a strike. again.
All right, boys. Listen, all the family out there that chimed in, we love you all. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. 18 live shows on A2D Radio. So, and you're going to have another joint activity tomorrow night, and there'll be more guys. We have guys jumping in and out because we can only have 10 for some reason. You know what I mean? Just cut the boxes off more and add 5 more on the bottom. We're Gucci for tomorrow. But we will adapt like we always do. We were brought to you by the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. We know many of us and our families deal with mental health issues, and we are happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call 856-651-8117. And we're also brought to you by BodyCheckWellness.com. Use promo code A2D. 20% off at checkout. Go check them out. SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. Give our doc a shout out. You can catch him Sundays once in a while with as he jumps on agree, disagree. So listen, and can't forget about EXP Realty. Sorry, I almost forgot. Yeah, now you know it's getting late. Looking to buy or sell a home? Looking for a change in career or brokerage? Contact Alan Foy of EXP Realty, 302-682-8820. All his information's right there on the bottom. Listen, people are buying houses right now because a lot of people are selling. It's a sell market. I contemplated it, and I said I won't be able to buy a house though because everybody's buying them. You know what I mean? Like, there won't be nothing available. You can get a lot for your house, and then you're living in a little shoebox for a minute. Can't have that. So much so love to upgrade. Can't do it. But if you're looking to, EXP Realty, go give our boy Alan Foy a call. For Tom, Ryan, our commish Andy, Frank, Greg, Nate, Pete, Jimmy, Ralph, Chuckser, everybody out there. Again, we love yous. Tomorrow night's the night. Do we get hurt?